with Matt Jones and Myron Metcalf.
Why would Milwaukee make that trade?
Because they have no power anymore in this era when the NBA. If if your superstar says I'm out, you have to trade him.
But you don't have to trade him to New York. He could trade him to San Antonio or Houston.
No,
I mean, first of all, the Knicks don't have anything to give him. They've got Karl Towns, who I love Karl, but you don't want to build your whole franchise around Karl. He needs to be your number 2 guy.
Yeah.
They're not going to have high picks if they get Giannis. What can they give him that Milwaukee would want? Whereas San Antonio and Houston have multiple first-round picks.
Yeah.
Houston's got a ton of young guys they could give him. San Antonio could give them a couple players, and they've got a ton of first-round picks. Why would they want to do that with New York?
You can't do that to Giannis. Giannis won a championship in Milwaukee, my hometown. If he says, I want to go to New York, that's better for me and my career, you send him to New York.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the job delivered. Large orders of lumber, doors, windows, paint, plumbing, anything the job needs, all from one partner. Get it today with same-day delivery. Get it tomorrow with next-day delivery on 50,000 plus products. Or get it on your timeline with scheduled delivery on everything from framing to flooring. It's time to get your whole job, all your jobs delivered. Ask about all our new delivery options at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
Teams are battling for the championship, and there's no better place to get in on the intensity than ESPN Bet. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ, that's JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free?
Check, 1, 2. One more juice for me, please, sir. Check it. No, yeah, that's it. Oh, hello.
0600, what's the O stand for?
Oh, my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem
Starts now.
with David Bazzel,
Hey!
Roger Scott, and Justin Moore. Live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort
That was me.
Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
two things you need to know. I'm the king. And number two is look out, man. Look at that. They're coming at you. You see that? It's called karate, man. And only two kinds of people know. The Chinese and the king. And one of them is me.
Hey, baby, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. I like this kind of party, baby.
Oh, you 609ers, you know what to do on a day when we found out the information and we're going to Omaha. We move it. Let's go.
That guy on that. Move it. Move. Get your damn act together, okay? Settle down just a little bit. Don't like your attitude. Get your damn act.
It's enough, Jerry.
On the jet to the promised land.
How
Let's
the
go.
Doobie Brothers.
Let's go.
about your mustache and read the rule book. Who was that?
I don't know who you are.
You do.
All right, here we go. Our first Omaha, Los Angeles. Telephone. Los Angeles.
1009 Tidy P.
Got one more to go, don't we? You're all terrible.
Up in the morning and I'm feeling fine.
California flying over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes he was headed to the terminal gate.
Hey, is that Rainwater on the phone?
What's that bulge in his pocket?
It's just Todd, weirdo.
All right, last one. Let's go, 609ers. Here we go.
And let me make it to the telephone.
Shout it. Los Angeles.
By Fouch. 2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Omaha for the Razorbacks in 2025. Back where they belong. The Hogs vanquish the Volunteers. Do you believe? The Razorbacks are headed to the College World Series for the 12th time in program history. And folks, they did it in utter dominant fashion. 5-0 through the regionals and the supers. Make your plans for the College World Series. The Hogs are headed to Nebraska next weekend, and how sweet it is.
Woo! Oh, thank you, Todd. Thank you, Phil. Well said. Move that ball right down the field. Give a cheer.
Go Hawks!
No, man.
Go Hawks! On your toes,
Razorbacks to the finish. Carry on with all your might. For it's A-R-K and an S-A-S for Arkansas. Gonna fight. Good morning, everybody. That's the way you start. You know what? We've done more of that, Roger. Seems like the last month or two. Coming into here the show on Mondays and after the Razorback win.
Well, you told us to do it. So
going back to Omaha.
Yes.
So nice. Where we belong.
Say it again. Say that.
Going back to Omaha.
Listen to the way it just gravel Omaha.
Or should I say Omaha?
Ever heard of it, man? When the Hogs are in a championship time, it's incredible.
Who's this guy to our left? What? It's Toddy P. Todd. Did you plan it this way where you would be here on the day that the Razorbacks win and go to Omaha?
It just happens to be a fortuitous situation.
Yes. I don't know if you're cussing at us or not with this fortuitous you speak of. All I know is I think it's on purpose.
Josh is still in Fayetteville, where he was yesterday and Saturday, where the Hogs rolled yesterday 11-4 over the Volunteers. I think that makes him now. Is it 11 of 12 Dave Van Horn against Vitello? I think they've won.
So, yes.
I don't think they've lost to him in Fayetteville. I think they're undefeated. Wow. And then also They were 5-0 in the regional super. First time they've done that since 2009. Just so happens, you know who was an assistant coach on that team in 2009 is going to be on the show today with us.
I'm going to take one guess.
Yes.
His name, Christopher Curry.
Chris Curry, exactly right. We're going to have Chris Curry on today. What else does Chris Curry have in common with this discussion? I'll go to Todd Pierce for this. Todd Pierce for 100. What else does he have? What does Chris Curry have what does he have connected to the discussion of the World Series? Of this World Series, and of this Razorback team, and who they're going to play the first game this weekend.
LSU.
When the connection is?
Angel Cano.
He played them both.
Oh,
he
that's
played
right, that's
Arkansas
right.
and LSU.
Oh, well, listen, he could have given you all kinds of it. You wanted one specific. I'm still, you know what? We're giving it to Todd on that one right there. But yes, you are
How about
correct on that one.
He beat LSU 10-4
That's
once,
right.
and of course LSU came back and won.
That's right.
But he also played Arkansas. Arkansas beat him up. But so he's got a unique perspective, and then we'll be talking about Cano, him coming back as well. He'll join us at 7:30. Also, we have our man, a guy who really talking about having a great week playoffs. Cam Kosel.
Yes.
At 8 o'clock. I think he ended up hitting 500 for the playoffs, or 9 of 19, I think, if memory serves me right. So,
Well, listen, if we were talking baseball, again, when did we talk about it? A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Toddy P had on both the head coach of our ULR and ASU when everybody said, they're pretty much a done deal. But Todd had it. So to talk baseball, we got, I think, the guy who knows more about baseball than anybody else in the station. That's just my opinion because that's what he does.
And I'll say this. Thank you very much, first of all. And then second of all, Cam was joking in the postgame presser yesterday about there being a sleepover at the Kosels. You two might want to get in on that.
Yes. Well, he was the one. If you missed it yesterday, Roger, they start doing the Andy Kaufman. We're going to walk through the crowd. They go up through the crowd with the trophy, and they go from the dugout up around to the concourse, all the way out to the hog pen. Yep. And then a great picture in the Democrat Gazette today of Cam Kosel holding up the trophy with the rest of the team behind him. So we'll have him brought to you by Ortho Arkansas coming up at 8 o'clock, along with Bill Vickery. Bill will be down in Tampa, but he will be calling in during his hour time. Brought to you by So Restaurant, this new sponsor. Appreciate them.
Todd had Bill on yesterday from that same locale, right?
Yes, I heard that yesterday. I was listening to that. Yes. And we'll also have graffiti today, Roger, brought to you by Fish Brokers. Right. What a great day for graffiti at 9 o'clock.
You bet it is.
Also, we're going to have Finish the Lyric. Justin Moore's Finish the Lyric. We have a new sponsor of that, Honda Russellville.
Yeah.
You've got the song picked out.
We do have it. Todd and I went through the vast volumes of Justin Moore, finished the lyrics that he
The
had
expansive
performed for us.
library.
Hey, you know what? Even better, Todd. Thank you very much. We'll have that for a prize later on.
We have a busy week. We've got the Sports Betting 101 for women Tuesday night, Roger. There's still about 10 seats open.
Wow.
Ladies or guys, if you want to get your ladies and her friends.
Now, I don't see anybody on any of the station posts, Baz. You've only said it. Are you telling me it's free entry, free drinks, free food?
That's a cash. Yeah.
I didn't see that on any of the other posts. Maybe I just missed it because I skim over
stuff. It is
stuff.
free on all. Yeah,
wow.
How about that? So,
and all they got to do is just email Chuck Gallo.
Email Chuck at signalmedia.com for that. So that's tomorrow night. And then, of course, today is National Earl Day. When you think of Earl, what's the first Earl you think of?
The Pearl.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. What do you think of,
Pearl,
Raj?
the Pearl just came in.
Earl
Pearl
Monroe.
That's right.
I think of the Tyler Rose. Earl Campbell is who I think of.
Yeah, that could have happened.
A lot of different Earls. A lot of different Earls there.
What's the Dixie Chick song?
Goodbye, Earl.
Goodbye, Earl. It's also National Donald Duck Day.
I was looking for it. I couldn't find Donald Duck, but I found Duck Dynasty. So we'll play some of them.
Todd, can you do a Donald Duck?
I cannot.
What?
That's just
can
a
you
duck.
talk? Can you try talking?
I could talk like Donald Duck if he was underwater.
Try talking.
Help me, Todd. Help me.
You were right there. You got it. What? That's not bad. You just got to put some words in there.
Why is your shirt off?
Is that the first time you ever tried that?
Very first. Want to try it again?
Try it again.
I'm going to try it.
Say hello, David.
Hello, David.
Yeah.
I don't think I can
Bad
form an
letters.
8. Yeah. How about
go Hogs? So you're limited in. It's
not bad. First time I've ever done
Donald Duck that cannot speak.
What's a Donald Duck?
He cannot pronunciate.
Well,
very well.
he doesn't know where to put his tongue
It's
on
like
the
he doesn't have a
H's.
tongue. It's Donald Duck without a tongue.
Go Hogs again.
Okay.
Okay. It's like it's almost a burp. All right, if you can,
yes,
do we will
one.
give the best Donald Duck Go Hogs today. We'll give them a Morning Mayhem T-shirt. How about that?
That sounds great.
Either Go Hogs or Woo Pig Suey. One of the two.
Todd, you sure? After hearing that, you sure you don't want to give it your best attempt? Because I think
no chance on
right.
Duck Green
Where'd
Earth.
you take your shirt
I
off?
give you credit because you're making the right sounds. You just can't get the letters right. Yeah, it's like Donald Duck with a speech impediment. He's got a little bit of a
Listen,
problem.
I'm going to work on Donald Duck and Donald Trump.
Well, it was it was 2 fun
Maybe
days.
both the same.
2 fun days of watching baseball on the Hill. As Arkansas whipped up on Tennessee in both games yesterday, 11-4, and it was It was sort of Arkansas never looked out of control. I mean, they looked like they were the better team.
All game.
They will advance and now play LSU. Do we have the date, or is it Friday or Saturday?
It's Saturday.
So do we have a time?
No, because they will not do that until the final super regional game is played tonight between Murray State and Duke.
Yeah, everything else is set. You got Arkansas, LSU, you got Arizona versus Coastal Carolina, Louisville versus Oregon State, and UCLA versus Durham. Durham?
Because, that's
Duke
right. And
the Durham,
Murray State.
the
That's
Durham,
not decided.
Yeah, it's Duke and who'd you say?
Murray State.
Yeah, Murray State won that second game 19-8, I think, yesterday. What do you notice about that rundown that I just did, Roger and Todd?
What did you mean the rundown again?
Arkansas versus LSU, Arizona versus Coastal Carolina, Louisville versus Oregon State, UCLA versus the winner of the Durham bracket.
Okay, you can beat LSU again.
But I'm just saying, overall, in general, not just Arkansas.
I didn't hear another SEC team.
That's exactly right. You got two.
Todd, would you give me a Moe's gift certificate, please?
You only have only two SEC teams in the World Series after having how many going to the regional?
6-8?
No, 13.
Yeah,
13 to the regional.
Who did I just say? They went to the regional.
Yeah, and then you got down to what, 6?
Yeah.
They went to the super regional,
for sure.
and now 2. And of course, they got to play
And
each
the
other.
Hogs are the highest ranked team of any team.
The highest remaining
still
seed.
left.
Well, it's us and LSU, right?
Yep.
Well,
I mean,
but I'm saying Arkansas is number 3.
Right.
Ranked 3.
But,
so
but
they're highest ranked.
how bad is it that we've got to play an SEC team? And LSU is probably the highest ranked other than us, right? I would think they are.
I think so, yes.
So it's so good. We get to knock them out. Yay?
Yeah. Listen, listen.
And we can pay back those Oregon State punks.
Yeah, that's true. They're in it too. You know, Roger, and Dave Van Horn got emotional. If you hadn't seen that, we'll play that here shortly. But Roger, I want to go back at some point this week. I'm going to find that clip. Do you remember about a month ago where old 53 did almost what he did during basketball season? I got mad at somebody who'd written in and go,
Of course. We should have said that. I don't know.
We lose, but shut up.
I know, that's exactly verbatim.
And I said, hey, listen.
I think you said, hey, listen, goofball.
Yes, they're still top 5, da-da-da-da-da. And they're going now. Look at them, and so it's a tough schedule.
You're always positive. You're like Moses. Look, we're gonna be fine. We're
here.
here. The water's gonna open
up. So you have that happens. That happened yesterday. That was the big story. We'll talk more about that throughout the day. By the way, too, did you see how much the raffle ended up going for? The Razorback raffle?
No.
It the first one was $282,000. That meant half of that goes to a winner, half goes to U of A. Yesterday, and they couldn't even promote it at the stadium because it's an NCAA game. $191,000, so right at $200,000.
Okay, very good.
So half of that goes to the. We'll go to that. I don't think they announced that yet.
Yeah.
As I mentioned too, the big news for the Trojans. Speaking of, is Angel Cano is staying. I thought for sure somebody would come in, and I think Chris Curry will tell us somebody probably did make a move on him. But how about Cano showing loyalty?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure maybe ULR had to, or the Little Rock.
It's rare air these days. It seems like. And what's his reasoning?
Well, and the Trojans may have given him some money.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know what? There you go. And but for ULR to give him some extra money, that's off to them. Who's doing that?
And the big news over
was that.
I would say they may have been able to offer him some of that settlement money.
I was about to say. So that's the other thing that happened Friday, Roger and Todd. What a weird time for it to come out. It comes out Friday night that the judge signed off on it. Amateur athletics are gone as far as college sports go. Everybody's getting paid now. They're going to get paid. So I think there's still a lot of holes in this thing.
Oh, sure.
I think they still got to work through some things. But this is what we've been sort of waiting. Now, listen, the other sports are going to go, now, wait a minute now. They get up to $20 million in those big Power 5, Power 4 schools.
Sure.
Are we going to get anything? And probably not.
Well, and let's go back to Title IX. What's that going to do for the ladies on that? We talked to Coach Deifel on Saturday.
And here's a point that Bill brought up on his show yesterday. You can bring up when he's on later today. What about the schools like Villanova and Creighton
who don't have
and
football.
the Little Rock Trojans who don't play football?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, again,
can they take that? Well, I don't know. I mean, what?
Yeah, it's interesting to see.
They have a hell of a wrestling team over there.
The other thing, obviously, last night you had the NBA Finals. Oklahoma City came back and won the game 123-107. Didn't come back, but it came back to tie the series up 1-1. Game 3 is Wednesday. How about Sovereignty winning the Belmont, Roger? If he beat journalism.
You know what? I wonder did it cost him a triple crown?
Well, they didn't
by sitting out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
by sitting out.
I know.
I'd like to know what they did. I'm not as up to like you and Ron Moquette.
Yes.
Maybe he could say, why they set out.
I wonder if they regret it now. I wonder if they regret
I think Randy Travis said a song about it, Hindsight's 2020, but I mean, they put him out for a reason, or her. Is sovereignty a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Are you 100%?
Yeah.
Why they set him out? What's the main reason for that? Was it to get this because you didn't get the? I mean, what is the deal?
The other thing too, Roger, Todd, I know you know this. We are your hockey show here on at the Buzz.
And name another show on this network who went to Canada to watch a hockey game. Can you do it?
So the first two matches of this thing between Edmonton and Florida, if we had Chris Kane here, he would dive into it.
Absolutely.
They went overtime. And so you had 2 overtime games, first 2 games, and so that
and
series.
The second one went double overtime.
That's right. That series is tied at 1-1. They play tonight at Florida. So also too, I saw this. So in NASCAR, we haven't been talking much about NASCAR. I know we got some fans, including Steve Qualls. That's his favorite sport. Denny Hamlin won this week's Michigan International Speedway. Come to find out, his crew chief is Little Rock's Chris Gale. Do we have a connection? Does anybody know Chris Gale? Little did we know, we got a crew chief out there right in our midst, and we didn't even know it.
Well, if Steve Qualls is our number 1 correspondent at Design Lab for all things NASCAR, why didn't he let us know? Oh, somebody's going to let us know that there's a bass player in Jimmy Buffett's band, but not going to let us know about this. 2 words, Todd.
Reed Dick.
Thank you.
You had the French Open that was finished up. You had Carlos Alcaraz, not Alcatraz, Alcaraz. He wins yesterday, 5-set comeback. He wins back-to-back French Opens. And the other cool name in tennis for the ladies, Coco Gauff. I said it, Coco Gauff. She won her second Grand Slam title. The other big story of the weekend, not sports. Did you see where they captured that knucklehead that escaped?
A mile down the road.
A mile down the road. He's been out there for 2 weeks.
Who they call them? The Texas Rangers? Who do they call them? The Texas
I'm
Bulldogs?
sure they called in anybody and everybody.
Well,
it
was. I wanted. Who was it? Somebody knows who it was. I saw it, but they said they called in. No, they called in the guys who were looking for like the Border Patrol or something like that. Somebody verify or say, Roger, you're wrong again.
My deal, I wonder because they thought he had gone to Missouri. They
Well,
thought he's out.
You said he was in. I say you. We said he's in South America. He's crossed the border.
Yeah, I thought he had probably he made ways to get
He's
to
a mile
another state.
down the road.
A mile. He's been out there in the elements for 2 weeks.
He's hungry, man.
I think he lost 50 pounds or
Damn
something.
right he did.
But what kind of?
You don't need no Manjaro shot.
I was thinking he was pretty smart. I go, this guy must have got his own little uniform. The dude couldn't get a mile away. Idiot. You make all those plans and you can only go a mile away. Why are you even doing it then, stupid?
Well, maybe he didn't have any help getting out there. Why is he doing it? He's going to spend the rest of his life
listen,
in prison.
If that's your plan, it didn't. Listen,
I don't know why they don't just put him down.
Yeah, you spent 2 miserable weeks, doing nothing. Yeah, they should just put him down, right?
Well,
That's exactly right.
He lost 50 pounds, Now he's going to be easier to catch.
A couple of other things we'll get.
He's still really bald, though.
Yes, a couple of things we'll get to today is the top 10 minor annoyances that can stress us out. These are really good ones, and Roger, I think some of those we might have in common, maybe.
Oh, in common, not on each other.
We will.
Okay.
Yeah, we will see if Pat Bradley calls us today. Brought to you by Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and Cabot Outdoors. We don't know yet. I sent him a text yesterday. Said, "Are you in today?" I don't know, but we know we're going to have Chris Curry. We're going to have Cam Kosel, brought to you by Ortho Arkansas. Bill Vickery, brought to you by Soul Restaurant. And Graffiti's back, brought to you by Finch Brokers.
Thank you, Finch.
Finish the Lyric, first time back in a couple years, brought to you by Honda of Russellville, too. We'll check out the text line, 6611037 here in just a second. Is this the best Earl song? Is this the only Earl song? Oh, no, there's another Earl. Tune that down just a little bit. Tune that down right up. Duke.
Duke of Earl, Duke of Earl, Duke.
There we go. But this is the best one, though, right?
It don't suck.
It don't. Yeah, it don't suck.
I love you, buddy.
Well, she finally got the nerve to file for divorce. She let the law take it from there. But Earl walked right through that restraining order and put her in intensive care. Right away, Mary Ann flew in from Atlanta on a red-eye midnight flight. She held Wanda's hand and they worked out a plan, and it
The Diamond Hogs have their sights set on Omaha. Hear every game along the way on 103.7 The Buzz, brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
This is SportsCenter.
The Arkansas Razorback baseball team advanced to the College World Series for the 12th time in program history on Sunday, beating the defending national champion Tennessee Volunteers 11-4 at the Fayetteville Super Regional at Baum-Walker Stadium. The big blast coming from Logan Maxwell in the fourth inning.
The 1-2 to Maxwell. Hit in the air, left field, gonna carry. Going back is Bargo. Bargo's at the wall, he leaps out of here. A grand slam by Logan Maxwell.
Charles Davallon and Brent Iredale added home runs for the Razorbacks. They'll face LSU in their first game in Omaha on Saturday. LSU beating West Virginia to advance. That game time should be announced later this week. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We have a slight chance of a shower today, otherwise partly cloudy and warm up to 87 degrees. Tonight, humidity begins to drop. We'll be mostly clear, drop off to 63, and really warm for Tuesday, mostly sunny and high of 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Want to get in on the conversation? Shoot us a text at the D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-614-1037. D3 Auto Sales in Desart, the #1 independent dealer in the state, with the best prices and largest selection on pre-owned vehicles, including leveled and lifted trucks. Find them on Facebook. Whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, from high school to the pros, hit us up on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas started with 50, then 30. Now we've reached the final days. Looking for 20 homeowners to participate in our Spring Into Savings event and receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover is looking to evaluate our exciting new product lines in real bathroom conditions, including our revolutionary new laser etch shower wall system. That's right, you'll be compensated for your time just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. Final days, 20 homeowners who call 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 50% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 0% interest financing. Senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Visa gift card with purchase and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has been selling and servicing boats and motors for over 40 years. Their certified, experienced technicians are factory trained and authorized for Mercury, Yamaha, Suzuki, and more. Their service department offers everything from diagnostics and maintenance to powerhead repairs. And now they also have a no-hauling, no-hassle repair option at your location in the Little Rock and Hot Springs service areas. Your place or ours, Trader Bill's provides honest, dependable, and convenient marine sales, service, and repair.
Always make sure to say please and thank you. Morning Mayhem is back on the air, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Davallon back into the plate. No outs. Thomas at first. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Lefty is set and the pitch. Swing and a drive. Right field. A rocket headed to the Hunt Center. Out of here. Davallon was sitting dead red and crushes his 14th.
You hear that? You hear that bat? That ball?
Yeah. I mean that thing. I don't want that. What was it? X velocity. Todd, do we know what is it called? X velo.
Yeah, I'm sure we can look that up.
I'm telling you, did it indent? Put an indentation in the aluminum.
No, I think it hit the window.
Did it crack the window?
Well, I don't know if it cracked, but we've been up there.
I know.
We've been up in that area. That's one of the offices of either Dave Van Horn
It's
or
his.
him.
They said it was his. Van Horn.
Yes. Listen, that was a rocket shot out of there.
Yeah, it was. And from that point on, I never looked back.
Seemed like everywhere we turned around, there was a home run by somebody else. This team's got so much depth. He had great pitching yesterday, great pitching Saturday. Just really, this is what we thought they would, they could be. And let's play.
And great over the back catches too. I mean, Aloy, yeah. When they're doing that right there, I mean, if I did that today without even trying, I know that I would fall down.
If you don't think, I do want to thank everybody who sent Los Angeles this morning. Some are saying we should say Omaha instead of Los Angeles this week, so we can consider that.
All right, we will consider it.
What about the clip where very rarely do you ever see Dave Van Horn get emotional? And I'll be darned if he's not talking about if you don't think the grind of trying to get to Omaha in the last 2 years of frustration and the pressure isn't great. Listen to this clip.
Well, it's trying.
I
don't know why it's not
I can
playing.
try to be Dave Van Horn.
Well, I mean, where do you have it, Todd? I'm playing it off of your board.
Okay, I'll put it there for you.
Yeah,
Hang
put
on
it all on your board. I'll play them all off.
He's sitting up at the press conference table, and I think he's got Kosel and two other players beside him, and he's just talking about. I think they asked him just about getting to Omaha and see if he trails off. You got it? Try it again. Yeah,
They're going to finish the season in Omaha. I don't know.
Yeah, let's start. Can you start that from the beginning?
They're going to finish the season in Omaha.
It's not.
I don't know. Just means a lot.
Wow. Yeah, he was talking about before that. He was talking about it's really good. He says for the players that it's important, and he said for these guys to be able to end their career there is what is the big thing. But he was not emotional as he was talking about it. But as he got to the
worked
end,
himself into it.
When he got to Omaha, and then he puts the hat over his face.
Vitello did the same thing. When he was talking about.
Yeah, and then do we have the Vitello? This is the clip of Vitello talking about his connection to Arkansas, and I think he references Dave Van Horn too.
That's a cut 50, Todd.
There's a coach in our league that anytime he sees you on the road, always says, "I know we're supposed to hate each other, but I have a lot of respect for you guys." And depending on the day, you like it. Sometimes you don't like it, but I think it's well thought out. This league is insane, especially in our sport, what it'll do to you. And I think we all have a certain amount of respect for each other. But as you mentioned, I've got time here, and while I was here, I was just as big of a knucklehead as I am now, but I tried to work my ass off. And it's a good place to work.
Yeah, then he gets emotional there a little bit further, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
a little bit further.
emotional.
We might be able to, if we don't have that, we might be able to get that off of the Twitter deal where he gets emotional there at the end. It really bizarre. Both these guys are not the kind of guys that get emotional, and both of them were. Yeah, obviously they've got a national championship.
In that same convo, he took credit, or not take credit, but he alluded to his connection with the Hawaiians. From him.
He did. That's right, because he recruited the coach.
Absolutely. He still knows he did.
That was a great point. 661-1037. If you want to be a part of the show, somebody said they were called the U.S. Border Patrol. Is that who you're thinking of, Raj?
Is that who it was? If that's who it was, yeah.
Yeah, it said reported they called in U.S. Border. Weather inhibited the search, rain let up, and dogs finally were able to pick up a trail. Well, this has been 2 weeks now. I can't imagine.
Well, I don't know what we don't have here in Arkansas that would enable them to go do it. But listen,
it hadn't rained for 2 weeks.
I think rest in peace, Keith Vardaman always said he hides in plain sight. So that cat was just a mile down the road.
How about that? Somebody says Special Forces of the Border Patrol took them about an hour.
Yeah. They were in there.
How would you like to be the people in charge going?
He's what? I drive by there every day. Every
People-
day.
hey, people are not
I
talking-
stopped there to look for speeders and eat my lunch right below that cave.
People are. They thought, well, he's gone now. We can go back to. And he was still there the whole time.
People in that area just out there doing their regular yard work for the last couple of weeks go, no, he's not even close by here. He's not even. Huh?
And I'm wondering.
Now I know where my chickens went.
And I wonder if he started walking and then got lost and was going in circles. And he's gonna find out. He goes, "Where am I?" You go, "You're a mile away from the place you left."
Oh my gosh, yes, he's what? You mean like Moses and the people? They for 40 years when they were only 2 weeks away from the promised land, but they wandered for 40 years.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. Someone says here, my wife and I were fortunate to be able to attend the game. Well, crap, I just lost it there. Here it is. Dadgummit, hold on.
Look like a great crowd out there.
Yeah, my wife and I were able to go to both games this weekend, and man, what a freaking atmosphere! The Hogs were locked in and deserve this. There's not a person on this planet that deserves a title more than Dave, and I think his boys are going to get it for him.
What was the thing? Is he the fourth Razorbacks? Is it Razorbacks or him have been their fourth as far as most World Series appearances without a championship?
He's second. No, he's the most. He's got the most tournament wins without a championship.
And it's the Razorbacks overall with the most College World Series appearances with no title.
Say that again.
What you
fourth,
were talking about?
fourth.
Is it four?
Yeah,
okay.
there's three others.
So the University of Arkansas is fourth with most World Series appearances
with no title.
Okay.
And again, Van Horn is the one that's now. I think the only one more was the Martin at FSU that had more appearances or more wins without having a title.
That sounds about
right.
right.
So that's 12 World Series appearances, if I'm not mistaken, for Arkansas. 4 of them by Norm DeBrine. This will be the 8th by Dave Van Horn. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, Todd, you're a Nebraska guy. You know who's a Nebraska guy as well, Roger Dodger?
Van Horn.
Cammy Kosel.
Damn it!
Cammy Kosel. Not only is Cam Kosel a Nebraska native, his dad is on the work crew of the stadium. What do they call that now? Which stadium is? They used to call it
Which stadium are you talking about?
The World Series, yeah.
Oh, it's Charles Schwab Field,
It's Schwab.
otherwise known as the Chuck.
It used to be Rosenblatt, didn't it?
Back in the day, yeah.
So his dad worked at Rosenblatt and now works at Schwab, and so he's
I knew it.
How about that? He also built Cam.
Stop asking me questions.
He also built Cam the miniature version of
the
Schwab Field.
Yeah, how about that? That's
and
cool.
so he got to go. So we'll be able to talk to him about that today at 8 o'clock. 661. Oh, by the way, too, we got the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament today, Roger.
Oh, great day to have
We've
it.
got that going on today. As I mentioned, we've got the Sports Betting 101 for women only. That's tomorrow night. Still a few spots left for that.
All right.
We've got
Again, it's free. Free
It's free.
food,
Oh, my
free
gosh.
drinks,
Yeah.
free to get in,
and
free
us.
to listen.
Hey, and us.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I do want to thank Oaklawn and Cash.
We sure
and
do.
AY and
We
AMP
sure
magazines.
do. There's no poll being brought up here for us, right?
Any poll?
A poll for
No,
you and I.
no,
Okay,
no,
very
it
good.
isn't.
Because you might pull your show.
The other thing, of course, Roger, is Father's Day this weekend. And if you don't have plans on Sunday and you want to do something crazy, Terry Bradshaw. We're going to go up and see Terry Bradshaw perform Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday night at Father's Day up at Branson. So if you want to get a wild hair and go up there, I got our tickets the other day, so we're ready to go.
All right, you got let me know what I owe you, and then we got to get the room. No, we got to get the room. We got to get the. No, listen, I can't. You can't do this.
We're sleeping in your car.
Oh, awesome. Well, now. Okay, so we don't know if we're flying or driving.
We
yet.
don't know that yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that,
but we're
that
going.
just did. Right now, Samantha is. What do you call it when a plane before it can land? What's it doing?
It's approaching the runway.
No. When you're hovering,
You're
what's it
in
called?
in a holding pattern.
In holding pattern. That's right.
Yes.
So Samantha's in holding pattern. We drive. You stay home.
What?
I think that's the deal, isn't it?
Well, I was going to say, if you're going to go to Branson, then you can just drive from Branson to Omaha.
Well, we thought about it, but then we got to come back because we got to get ready because we've already got in the summer of Morning Mayhem. We've got our
Summer of Adventure?
Summer of Event.
Yes.
We've got our Cardinals game picked out too.
Oh, okay.
I do want to say too, we missed it. I think the other day.
You guys will love Busch Stadium, by the
Oh,
way.
you
Yeah,
better
we've been. Yeah, it's outstanding.
yeah.
It's also. Do you know we missed the 100th anniversary, 100th birthday of the Little Rock Zoo? Give it up for them on this past Saturday. How about 100 years?
Wow.
You know, it seems like everything. If the math is right, that's 1935, correct? I mean, let's see.
Well, Elvis is not 100. Elvis would be 100.
1925.
Is that when it is 1925?
I believe it is.
Well, that would be 80, right? So if it's 100 years, it would be.
Yes.
1925.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I said 35 because I think everything.
Thinking
goes,
Elvis.
I think of
'Cause
Elvis.
that's
and
where we
Mexico
start.
Chiquito. I know
That's right.
everything is 1935.
Because it's
no, I
easy.
know what it is. I know what got me confused. Is that was the year 1935 that LSU bought Mike the Tiger from the Little Rock Zoo. So it had been open. It had been open
for
10.
$500.
It had been open 10 years.
That's right. So we don't think we start at we don't go past BE before Elvis.
Also this weekend, you have two big events going on this weekend. You got the All Arkansas Preps Banquet Saturday night, which you're honoring about 300, 400 athletes downtown from all that's sponsored by the Democrat Gazette. And you got Miss Arkansas Saturday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's all downtown. It's crazy that they both have those at the
Well,
same
can I tell you what I'll be doing Saturday night?
What?
Myself and I think Heather Baker, I don't know who else they have, will be judging the first of maybe a half a dozen bikini contests down at Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort.
Did you get approval over that from Sam?
I sure did.
Wow.
I sure did. Right now, we'll see what she has to say about it by text. That's right, bikini contest. And you'll show up. It's going to go through August, I think is when they do the final on that one. Big prizes. That's going to be fun. Comedy night at Pop's Lounge this week at Oaklawn and at Oaklawn and Mainline Sports. I've got trivia going on down there as well, Baz.
Speaking of Hot Springs,
say it.
We've got some gift certificates to Wrapped.
Yeah.
Gift Boutique. It's got some really cool. That's where I got my man soap from. It's got other man. It's got
where I got
Razorback.
this hat from. Listen,
So
if you're a Hot Springs guy and you love Hot Springs, see if they have any more of these Hot Springs hats.
So we'll give away. We've got 6 of them, $25 gift certificates. We'll be giving away, and you can apply it to any purchase there. So you've got that going on as well.
That's nice. That's nice.
So many activities.
Your soap's gone, right?
No.
Then let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. Then you ain't taking a bath every day.
I've got 2 bars out.
How many do you have left?
I'm alternating bars.
How many?
I just got it a month ago.
What's
They're thick bars. They're thick. Yeah.
I had the same thickness, bro, and it's gone.
What?
I'm not implying anything.
You're
I'm telling
a freak
you.
show, man.
You're not. What do you mean? I wash every day.
Wow, I do too.
No, you do not. No, you don't.
Are you kidding me that your bar's already gone?
Yes, it's gone.
In a month.
David.
That thing was 3 inches.
It's as thick as a brick, but it's gone.
Yeah. What else are you doing with that soap is what I want to know.
I'm washing every crack and crevice is what I'm doing.
Right.
And, let me tell you, get over here. I want to smell you.
661-1037. Don't go away.
Good night.
Hey folks, this is David Bazzel for Simmons Bank. What started as a hometown bank in Pine Bluff more than 120 years ago, Simmons Bank has expanded their footprint to more than 200 locations across the Mid-South. Simmons Bank offers comprehensive financial solutions delivered with a client-central approach. Last year, Simmons Bank was recognized by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best companies to work for in the South, and in 2023 by Forbes as one of the world's best banks. The Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens was named the best tournament on the PGA Tour champions by the golfers themselves. It's very rare that a first-year tournament wins an award from the players like the Simmons Bank Championship did. George Macris and his strong team at Simmons Bank can help you grow. Give them a shot and tell them Baz sent you. You can find all of their locations on the web at simmonsbank.com. With more than $27 billion in total assets, Simmons Bank continues to grow. Join me and many others and make Simmons Bank your bank. simmonsbank.com or check out a branch near you. One of the best banks in America located right here in Arkansas.
Most people think HR is pushing out payroll and filling out forms, but you know better. You're looking to shape culture, drive strategy, and truly lead people. And on June 24th, you can be seen and heard at the TPC Together Conference. Attend sessions to help grow and strengthen your organization and connect with a community that actually gets what you do. June 24th at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in Springfield. Space is limited, so register now for the HR event that's redefining what's possible. The TPC Together Conference.
I like to deal with people I know. Or at least people I feel know me. Imagine buying anything the way we buy cars. It would take you 4 hours to get out of the grocery store with a gallon of milk. If you're looking for your next new car, truck, or SUV and want a different way to buy, check out Fitz Auto. with in-house financing with an interest rate you'll be happy with. Oh, and don't forget your dogs. Stop by and drive away with a smile on your face. FitzAuto.com or on Stagecoach at the Curve.
Did you know 1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced? O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free in or out of your vehicle. We can help you find the best battery for your vehicle and budget. O'Reilly Auto Parts has batteries starting at just $89.99. Get your battery tested for free today at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
So Restaurant and Bar is open under new management. Original chef Joseph Salguero is back with a unique menu. So Restaurant and Bar has been around since 2006 in the heart of Little Rock's historic Hillcrest neighborhood on Kavanaugh Boulevard. Experience fine dining right in your backyard. They offer 3 separate event spaces or the ability to rent out the restaurant for any type of event or party, plus multiple catering options. View their menu, make reservations, or rent their event space at SoRestaurantAR.com. SoRestaurantAR.com.
I'm Kyler Sanson. Me being in the construction industry and having 2 young kids at home, health insurance is vital. I got a call saying that my plan was going to be canceled at the end of April. Got on the phone with Farm Bureau and I got in touch with an agent. Took me about 30 minutes, and then about 3 days later, I was approved. So with Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas, I'm saving close to $300 a month. You cannot find this plan anywhere else. Get after it and get it.
Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas. Trusted coverage, personalized plans, affordable premiums. Learn more at arfbhealthplans.com.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Coverage of the NCAA Super Regionals is brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
The 1-2 to Maxwell. Hit in the air, left field, gonna carry. Going back is Bargo. Bargo's at the wall, he leaps out of here. A grand slam by Logan Maxwell. They had the turkey on the table. They've taken the biggest bite they can have.
Wow.
Maxwell with his 13th of the year, the 8th grand slam for the Home Run Hogs. 7-1.
Oh, who's our favorite Cherokee copper out there, Raj?
Mr. T. Norman.
There's only one Cherokee copper out there, Todd Pierce.
There's only one, Todd. Do you know who that is? You know who the Cherokee copper is?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, you're about to learn.
You see those cheekbones, brother? You're going to know.
You see those kids with bags of gifts and those
That's
people
right.
with bags of gifts?
He lets people, he doesn't.
He's not arresting people.
He's not arresting people. He's
making
taking
their
them
lives
shopping.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not putting out a crime scene and chalking that. He's chalking hopscotch. Cherokee copper.
English to our young. And all the beads we made by hand.
What happened to and from St. Joe, Texas, stays.
You just heard that made in Japan. I didn't know he was talking about that. Here we go.
Cherokee copper, Tommy Norman. You won't miss dinner. He'll cook it for you.
Beats safe on those
Tommy
streets
Doyle.
out there, Tommy.
Yeah, so when are we going to go on a ride and deal with
Well,
him?
somebody says we did a ride along. We need to do that. Somebody says you guys are headed to Branson to see Terry Bradshaw this weekend. Here's your challenge for the next weekend. Y'all need to make the trip to Norman, Oklahoma at Love Field to see Bree Ellis play for the Talons, the Athletes Unlimited softball league. She got her first hit, I think, in RBI this weekend. Here's a weird thing.
I saw that. Yeah.
They don't have a city. None of these teams have cities.
No,
They just
there's not a home base. Yeah.
Like Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
The way that works. Someone says here, my son is taking me to Omaha this week. Now, I'll tell you this weekend that's a fine son that's doing that from the 501. It's Father's Day. He said I've never been to the College World Series, and I'm pumped. Now it looks like Todd, according to Chris, our buddy Chris Babb, he said it looks like according to the bracket, the games will be either 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and most likely. Let me tell you, the eyeballs want to see LSU and Arkansas.
Yeah, that'll be. I'm guessing that'll be the 6 o'clock.
That'll be the 6 o'clock game. You don't think that will be monster ratings to have? Oh my gosh, could you imagine, Roger, what that stadium is going to be like between LSU and Arkansas fans?
Well, that and Rocco's and all the establishments around the stadium will want both fan bases to partake in libations and food before and afterwards.
Yeah, saw the Jello shot, boy.
Yeah, Roger and I have been to that place, and it's sort of gotten out of hand to where now. People are just going there and cutting a check for, they're cutting a check for $5,000 and and they're just trying to raise $25,000-$30,000. I mean, it was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Used to be they would mark at 500 shots, 600, and all of a sudden, that one. I think it started the year. You and I were there. It started going off the chart.
It started, I think,
LSU
since
and
that
Ole Miss
time,
or something. Yeah, it just started going.
It became a thing.
It became a thing.
Any reason? Did you participate in the Jello shot? Did you add to the numbers?
It wasn't very good.
No, you weren't.
Remember?
Because I think they were processed somewhere else.
Yeah, they
weren't
come
fresh.
pre-made. That's right.
We want fresh Jello shots here. Who do we know that does those around here for us, Todd? Can we get who is it? Who's their guy down at the Irish place? Dugan, Donnie Dugan. Donnie Dugan got them. Does Rock and Roll Sushi do those?
I have no idea.
They don't do shots.
Does Corky's do shots?
Corky's does.
That was
Roger,
just a test.
if you just joined the show, coming up at 7:30, we're going to have Chris Curry, head coach for the Little Rock Trojans. He got some great news yesterday. His star player who had the great run in the tournament, Angel Cano, is coming back. Also, he played against both these teams, Arkansas and LSU. Has a unique perspective, I think. And, of course, Coach Curry coached under Dave Van Horn, Roger.
Right.
And it was on the team that went to the World Series in 2009 that was undefeated in tournament play just like this team is. Then we've got Cam Kosel at 8 o'clock. Brought to you by Ortho Arkansas. He was all over the place. They were diving in the pond.
Yeah.
They call it Lake Norm.
That was dirty.
Oh my gosh!
I'm thinking,
yes.
You know what? I don't know if he came out.
And maybe he was on
leeches
the
or whatever.
yeah, he was on the shallow end because
it was very shallow.
It was like 2 foot tall. Like,
when
wow.
he stood up, I thought.
I know. I did too.
Well, he could have broke his neck.
Yeah, and so anyway, it was quite the celebration. If you missed it, go back and look online. It was Aloy and Cam leading the team. Up through the dugout. People couldn't believe it. And then all the way through the concourse, all the way out to the hog pen and back. So it was really
almost Jim Robkin-like.
It was. It's exactly what that was like. So we'll have him at 8 o'clock. Bill Vickery, brought to you by Soul Restaurant. Will be right after Cam. We'll have a graffiti brought to you by Fence Brokers. That should be a good one. And Finish the Lyric. Yeah. Justin Moore, Finish the Lyric, brought to you by Honda of Russellville.
Are we giving away a Honda?
We are not.
Okay, just checking.
We're also looking at today's National Earl Day. Somebody gave a last name Earl. Who would you think when you heard last name Earl?
Last name Earl.
Think of music.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you know what? Now I know Earl Thomas Conley. Earl, last name
Steve Earl.
Oh, Steve Earl. Holy Toledo, Ohio, Todd.
I can think of a baseball Earl.
We'll give it up.
My gosh, who? Earl Weaver.
Exactly.
Roger Scott, I just saw something that you must answer this person.
All right.
Roger, we need a song about Omaha.
You know what? Those have been done.
And I think we've already got one. You've already got one in the system, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you listen.
Well, what are you saying? No,
I
thought you were going to say hit me with another one or something like that.
Maybe we do.
Because there's only one. What is it? What's the
Omaha?
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Omaha.
Let's see if we can apply that. See if it works for this year's team.
Listen, why don't we worry more about you not using a bar soap in a month and a half? That's what I want to talk about.
I've never heard of a guy using a full bar soap in 4 weeks. That is bizarro.
Well, you're hanging out with dirty people, man.
Well,
Come
listen,
on.
My bars are a lot bigger and thicker than yours.
We stopped
There's
talking
no way.
about the same thing.
And no, that is not a euphemism for anything.
This is your official sports and entertainment station, Central Arkansas. We are 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Monday on Out of Bounds, we'll be talking about Arkansas, Tennessee, the Super Regional, recapping that. Matt Jones from WholeHogSports.com will join us. Plus, we got Joe Klein, NBA playoffs, the NBA Finals. We'll get his thoughts on the weekend. It's going to be a huge weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Join us Monday for Out of Bounds.
It's where the big boys come to play.
This is madness. This is Sparta.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
State police are investigating a crash that left one driver dead and a Garland County deputy injured. The sheriff's office says Deputy Gavin Mason was driving down Martin Luther King Expressway when another vehicle crossed the center line and hit his patrol car. Mason's car flipped, but he is expected to be okay. The other driver died in the crash. Their name has not been released. A third suspect has been arrested in connection to the deadly shooting at Conway's 5th Avenue Park in April. Kedrick Johnson was taken into custody in Pine Bluff for his involvement in the shooting that left 2 people dead and 9 others hurt. He is now facing charges of capital murder, attempted murder, and terrorism. Police say his brother, Kamari Johnson, is still wanted. Anyone who knows where he is or sees him is asked to call police. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Catch the Buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a partly cloudy Monday across central Arkansas with a slight chance of a shower. Otherwise, pretty warm, up to 87 degrees. Now, late this afternoon, we'll see the clouds clearing. It'll become mostly sunny. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 63. And tomorrow, warm, mostly sunny at 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to our health, we all know the importance of maintaining an active lifestyle. Hey everybody, Josh Neighbors here for QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative health. And if you're like me, you want to be active. I want to play basketball basically 5 days a week. For you, it might be coaching your kid's baseball team or playing pickleball with your friends. One thing that can keep us from achieving that healthy lifestyle, joint pain. For me, it's my back. Whatever it is, QC Kinetics can help. They've been on the cutting edge since 2018, and they've helped tens of thousands of people achieve lasting joint pain relief by using natural treatments that harness your body's own healing. Regenerative health used to be viewed as an alternative treatment, but now it's mainstream, and QC Kinetics, they are the nation's leader. Their well-respected protocols include potent and powerful cellular-level treatments that help revitalize and restore those damaged joints. They're going after the source of the pain. So you can say goodbye to that chronic pain, and you can get back on the baseball field, on the pickleball court, wherever it is that's your happy place, your active place. So check them out, this revolutionary treatment, and get a free consultation as well. Call QC Kinetics today. That's 501-222-8440, 501-222-8440.
At Mosquito Joe, we're constantly looking for ways to make your outdoor experience better. That's why we always use the latest technology.
Technology? To get rid of bugs?
Well, most mosquito treatments only eliminate mosquitoes that are around when it's applied. But did you know, at Mosquito Joe, we use products that are microencapsulated, so they continue to work for weeks after our technician leaves your property.
Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah, at Mosquito Joe, we love making outside fun again. Advanced products, top quality service, and all done with a satisfaction guarantee.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from Fletcher Dodge here in Sherwood. Our employee pricing program was such a big hit for May. We're going to do it again in June. We had a fantastic month, and you really responded. Remember, employee pricing simply means you pay what we pay. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. Folks, it is no gimmicks, no hoops. You pay what we pay. Only Fletcher Dodge has the discounts in addition to employee pricing of up to $14,000 and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Got some other great deals. New Jeep Wranglers, $7,000 off. New Jeep Compasses for only $379 a month with no money down. Don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved in minutes right on the internet. FletcherCredit.com. At Fletcher Dodge, we're always going to give you the best price and the lowest finance rates. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
Fellas, are you and your spouse looking to lose weight in time for summer? Head on over to Low T Center for prescription weight loss treatment options, including semaglutide. If you qualify for treatment, you can get a free B12 shot when you start. Offer limited. Book now at fixmylowt.com.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
Join the Zone Wednesday at Bell & Sword in Conway, where they have everything for dad. Maui Jim sunglasses, cufflinks, wallets, colognes, and Arkansas's widest selection of belts, shoes, bags, and accessories. The Zone Wednesday at Bell & Sword. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change,
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
then you can change.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Love you, buddy.
All right, 7:06 on this Monday, June 9th. Glad you're with us. What a weekend as the Razorbacks whip up on Tennessee. Did it in 2 days, didn't need an extra game today. Thank goodness. They advanced to the College World Series for the 12th time in school history, 8th time for Dave Van Horn at Arkansas. Pretty darn amazing.
Their fourth place of all teams. The most World Series appearances without a victory. Arkansas is fourth on the list. And you said Dave Van Horn is second as far as coaches go.
As far as tournament wins without a title. Now, you know, if you listen to Dave Van Horn, and I know Todd's going to play a little bit more of his press conference, you know, he likes this team. This team is tough, Roger, from top to bottom. Every game, it's not the number 2 hitter, number 3 hitter. It's the number 7 hitter, number 8 hitter. I mean, they're up and down the roster. They have got bats, man, and they are tough to. We had good pitching too. We had great pitching over the weekend.
Well, get in his head then, since you just said that as far as he really likes his team. Get in his head then and tell me why he got so emotional with this,
it's funny,
team.
And it's funny you said that. A lot of people read into that. Well, it sounds like he is at that's the last year kind of deal. I don't think it is.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that. I didn't go that route.
I don't think it is either. I just think it just shows you, Roger, how heavy it is. Like the last 2 years, he's got good teams. He wins the SEC tournament or wins the SEC regular season. You fight all that hard, and then you get knocked out on your own field the last 2 years, and you feel the pressure. You get people, you hear it, you hear the chatter.
Sure.
So getting there, which I think is such a relief to just because he said, listen, he made the point. I don't know if we
got Norman Brown walking the halls.
That's right, Todd. I don't know if we've got the clip. Todd, can you hear me? I don't know if we've got the clip where he talks about trophy, and it may be leading up to this one where he goes, "Getting to Omaha is like getting a trophy. Okay. Getting to be the final 8 is almost like accomplishing something. It is. Now he hadn't won the big one, but he's got to get there to win the big one. And I think just the last 2 years, you fight that, just like the women. You fight that hard to get home field advantage, and then you go home 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And so I just think he got taught. Listen, I've never seen Dave Van Horn get emotional like that. Okay. I've never seen him get choked up. He even pulled his hat down to sort of cover his face, and then I don't know which player it was to the right of him, Todd, but whatever player that was sitting beside him just sort of tapped him on the shoulder. But I just think it just shows the relief.
Sure.
I'm thankful that this group. He made the point. He goes something to the effect, you worked that hard, you got all these great players. He did not want to see this team not get to make it to Omaha.
I got you.
He wanted to see this team make it to Omaha.
So combination, and again, all conjecture, all your opinion.
Yes.
So his relief of getting there and for this team.
His happiness for this team that's worked so hard. It's one of the best teams. I mean, I tell you, this guy has his competitor. He works hard. Think about that. This will be his 8th World Series at Arkansas, but he hasn't been since what? This is 2020.
Was it 2?
Was it 2022, Todd, or 2021?
I think it's 22.
I'm sorry.
That's
22,
okay.
and then 2018 was runner-up.
Yeah.
That was it. And 2022 was the last appearance.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm anxious to see how many Razorback fans are going to hightail it there.
Sure.
That's double elimination. Uh-huh. So you're going to get to play 2 games regardless. And so you got right off the bat, you got LSU.
All right. Who do we do? Can we go to the Oaklawn?
Well, I think
Sports?
I don't know if they've got the odds. Well, the last we checked with Zach, they were still the favorite to win the whole thing.
Right.
So I don't think anything would change, Roger, from that. I would not think so.
We'll have to if there is anything, we'll find out.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. A couple other things that I did not mention earlier. I mentioned Sports Betting 101 for Women is Tuesday night, brought to you by Oaklawn Sports, Cash, and AY and App Magazines. There's still about 10 seats left for that. Go to email chuck@signalmedia.com. Girls, get you some girlfriends and do that. Free food, free admission, free drinks, and all. It starts at 7 o'clock. Get there at 6 and hang out and have some fun. That's Tuesday night. Then, Roger, we've got Countdown to Kickoff. That's July 24th at the Hall. That's got Bobby Petrino. We got Taylor Green. And you got Niall Davis and Casey Dick. All those guys are connected.
I'll be missing that one.
I know. I hate that.
I hate it for me, too.
With Bobby Petrino. That is the presenting sponsor is Fletcher, our good friend Fletcher Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Frank Fletcher.
Frank, absolutely.
Obviously, Frank helped get Bobby and Taylor.
Hello, boss. Listeners.
There he is.
I do want to thank Oaklawn, Connect Service Solutions, First Trust Home Loans, the Gangster Museum of America, Hatteries of Hot Springs, and Tito's Handmade Vodka for their sponsorship of that.
Tito's.
So anyway, so you've got those 2 good events to go to.
Yeah.
And then, Roger, we'll think about us. So we're going to do that Tuesday night, and then we hit the road Sunday to Branson to hear Terry Bradshaw at Branson.
Yeah.
Come back, and then, of course,
Listen, I'm taking my wife is going,
right?
So he should be a little bit more respectful, right? Because I don't want to ask him about some of the stuff.
Think about this: the World Series starts Friday and goes all the way through. If we're, maybe the only thing that would cancel Graceland is, and it may, if Razorbacks make it to the championship game.
You mean to tell me
it could go all the way to the bottom?
You have just put the Razorbacks above Elvis.
Oh yeah,
you know what that shows?
Yes,
growth.
Yeah, listen.
Now, listen. We're still going to talk about the bars of soap.
Yeah, we can go to Graceland.
We can go to Graceland again. Yeah. Exactly. We can go to Graceland again when it comes to that.
I hope that is the case. Also, last night Oklahoma City beats Indiana 123-107. And then also too, we may mention the raffle. If you didn't hear, our buddy R.J. Hawk and all his efforts with his folks on the state capitol, 191,000. Was the total amount of the raffle. That means half of that goes to the university. The other one was 280. The university got half of that. So think about that, Roger. You do that.
I know.
You do that every few.
I don't want to get political.
You do that every few weeks. And
I know.
Also too, Roger, it was the anniversary. We were driving back from somewhere. It was Friday. So it was the 10th anniversary of Roger and I coming back from American Pharoah when we were there with American Pharoah, screaming like third graders for American Pharoah to win. And we saw that history being made. This weekend, you had Sovereignty running down journalism, if you will, for the second Triple Crown race of the 3. He had a chance, as you mentioned earlier, Roger, could have won the Triple Crown, but decided not to run in the Preakness. 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. We've got some sound. We're going to get Todd to play some more of the sound from the press conference yesterday. But there were 10th, I mentioned earlier, these are minor annoyances that can stress us out. So I want you to send whatever stresses you out or that annoys you. Here's, for example.
It could be dangerous.
Number 5, loud chewing.
Okay.
Loud chewing. Number 4, when the Wi-Fi slows down or cuts out.
Okay.
Very annoying. Number 3, someone talking to you when you're trying to focus or you want silence. Number 2, a knock at the door when you weren't expecting anyone. Oh, that drives me crazy when you come unannounced. It's like, wait a minute now, it's just show up.
I don't like the pop in.
Your too many text message dings. Some of our listeners had to put up with that.
We had to shut those down.
An alarm going off.
That's
true.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother.
I'm just saying. That's
I know because you've already know to go to my phone and do that.
That's right.
I know you are. Let me come on. I've got one. Soap boy.
Here's one. Heavy breathing.
We get that a lot. When a lot of people, mostly it's from people who are not used to having a microphone in front of them.
That's right.
For very long, and you hear the heavy breathing. A guy that used to work here with us was really bad about that sometimes. There's a few of our guests and top-notch advertisers that do that too.
A phone call you weren't expecting. Yeah, I don't. Do you get irritated when you see all the spam calls you get?
No,
I don't either. I
think for some reason my phone has started blocking them. If you're not in my call list, if you're not in my on my phone, and if I have your number, it goes straight to voicemail. I didn't do that on. And as far as I used to take them to have fun with them.
Here's one. Yeah, that's right. Here's one. Your phone going off when you're in a work meeting. And then
or church, I make sure that I turn it off as I'm walking into the building.
That can be annoying.
It can be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
I mean, I'd rather hear somebody's baby cry than my phone going off.
Here's one, and here's number 1 on this list of top 10 minor annoyances that can stress you out. When you run into someone you'd rather not talk to. Now that doesn't annoy me. And I tell you, here's what could annoy you.
This helps a great deal.
Is if you there's nothing matter with running into somebody.
No.
If they won't let you go. If they wanted
and two or another thing.
You're trying to the unexpected. You're trying to go somewhere.
That's an annoyance.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's also a list we can do sometime. That's an embarrassment, and that's if somebody comes up to you and you don't recall seeing them. And it's embarrassing when I go, have we met before? And they go, oh, yeah, we have. I'm so sorry. You got to forgive me. All right, the annoyance.
What about
number 1 is having a bar soap for a year.
What about this?
Oh, okay.
What about this? Somebody that's a close talker. I had somebody the other day that was right up in my. I mean, they were literally like 3 inches, and I'm like, dude, I got to back up.
Is it their breath or what?
No, it's just real close. It's like, man,
you did. Somebody was up on you. Were they whispering or were they talking loud?
Well, it's like Seinfeld. It was close talking.
Okay, all right.
I felt like going. Do you not sense that you're like really close to my face?
I don't know who they.
It wasn't a girl.
No,
it was just like
Oh, if it's a girl. All right, let's go to the list one more time. Let's see if there's anybody we know.
So a knock at the door when you weren't expecting anyone.
Yeah, totally. Thank goodness for a ring door for
someone you're talking to when you're trying to focus or you want silence.
No, it's just when somebody picks up with that one. It's if you pick up with a conversation that we had 3 weeks ago and you start going, oh, and also I don't.
Loud chewing. Now,
loud chewing doesn't bother me.
You smack a little bit, but it doesn't bother me.
So it obviously bothers me.
No, it doesn't bother me.
It's right now.
Well, I'm just saying.
I smack a little bit.
That's close.
You don't hear me smacking.
Chewing.
You hear me smacking here.
Yeah,
you don't hear me smacking at the dinner table.
No.
You might hear me
smacking.
Kind of smacking. Because I may chew my gum. I chew gum.
There's chewing smacking and there's bubble gum smacking.
Yeah, and that's, so it's bubble gum smacking. Let's get that right.
Okay.
No. It's bubblegum smacking you're talking about. You don't hear me smacking on anything else.
No, but that is one that that is one that people don't like. That
I didn't
is a big
say
one.
that.
Yeah, that means
we're trying to work out our issues.
No, we don't have any of that. Yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah, no, listen, that's a big one. That another one you said drive a buddy of mine crazy. If he heard the utensil scraping up against your teeth.
No, it just got me. Don't do that. No.
Heavy breathing. A phone call you weren't expecting, an alarm going off, too many text messages.
The phone call not expecting, that was, back in the day, if Samantha called me or if I got a call from somebody that you didn't expect to get at a certain time, it was never good news. So fortunately, we've gotten way past that. Obviously, I knew when I got a call from my brother Larry when I was at the ball game, doing the sidelines for the Buzz High School game of the week. We were in Malvern, and I get a call from him at 9:30 that night, and I still have the call that it wasn't good news. It can't be. It would never be. So but anything from Sam or the kids, it's not always bad news. Maybe except it's that calls. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Chase from Jacksonville said, when David clears, just throw it every 2 seconds.
No.
Boo! I haven't done it once today.
He has not done it once.
John Mark said, I lose my mind if someone is allowed to.
Stop it.
People using people using speakerphone in a public place. I'm with you there.
What are you doing?
That's annoying to me too.
It is. I don't need. It's enough that I don't need to hear your comments. Why are you? Why do you do that?
Someone says Josh's voice is very annoying.
Stop it.
I don't think so.
Listen. That's coming from Virginia.
Phones that ring while you're listening to the radio. Is he talking about us or is he talking about somebody? Oh, he's trying to listen to the radio and somebody's on his phone and maybe somebody tries to call him. Maybe that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Let's see.
Now my phone just dinged, but I have an earpiece in so nobody can hear that.
So if you want to do that,
and I get a message from you and Tommy Norman.
661-1037 is
now,
the
Marnie
number.
used to have this from Neil Tate. Marnie quit her job at the Buzz because of James Ballantyne's gum smacking. That's what. Oh no! Thank you, Neil.
Todd, play us a little bit now that you're back. Play us some of the sound, some of the good sound. There's really some interesting clip from the press conference yesterday of Dave Van Horn and the players after the game yesterday.
Are you looking for anything?
No, just punch up your best. Let's go, Phil. If you just got that emotional one, play that one again.
All right, let me. I tell you what, I got to do this right here. I'm sorry, I've got to reload because I had.
Todd, hashtag reload. Hashtag reload. Now, again, tonight we've got nothing. Tomorrow we've got a betting 101. Wednesday I have comedy at Pop's Lounge. Thursday I have a trivia at Mainline Sports Bar. Friday, take the day off. Saturday night, bikini contest at Oaklawn.
Yeah, I'm having. You know what? I was gonna do that.
You were gonna. But what do you have to do?
I have to MC. Or have to interview the guest at all Arkansas all preps.
Yeah, I guarantee you this. Have you? If you were going to judge this contest, I know one thing you would do.
What?
Use soap.
Use all Arkansas preps. I've got that Saturday, or I would be with you. I would be with you.
Exactly. Of course you would be. Of course you would.
Is it weird that you're judging up the bikini contest?
Absolutely not. Why wouldn't I?
I didn't know if there's a certain if you age out a certain point of being the one that.
Well, you're the same age as I am.
I'm with you.
No, I'm not aged out.
I'm just asking.
You know what? It's probably somebody might.
Is it the what is the age group for the women in the bikinis?
Well, I think you have to be at least 21 to get in the casino, right?
Right. So you know it's 21.
So I assume it's 21. I don't know where it is. So I assume
is there like
it
a category for 21 to 30, 30 to 50?
I don't. You know what? There's no. I don't think
one piece, two piece.
Well, we hope for the best. No, I don't think there's anything on that. And I think
there's money. There's money given away, right?
Oh my gosh, there's money. Are you kidding me? But no. I think somebody your age is probably a great judge of it.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll visit with Chris Curry and find out what his thoughts are. You know, Arkansas's got to play LSU. Chris Curry and the Trojans have a unique perspective. They played them both. They played Arkansas up in Fayetteville, lost to them 2 times. Obviously went toe-to-toe with LSU in Baton Rouge, knocked them off one game, 10-4. So we'll see what he has to say about that. And good news that we thought maybe one of his best players might hit the NIL trail, but no.
And that's outstanding. And you know,
the NIL trail to another team in the transfer portal.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we'll find out about that. But let me tell you something. To see Norm DeBryan walking the halls last Friday when we were there. Thanks to everybody at the Razorback Foundation for letting us hang out there and do that. And to see that guy, that's a living legend, David.
What a legend. What a great guy, too. All right, do not go away.
Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you'll see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Nona, Big Sun, Moscow, St. Bernardino. Want to get him to this kind of tip.
Live fan feedback on 103.7 The Buzz is powered by Whit Davis Lumber Plus. Whit Davis Lumber Plus, more than a lumber yard.
This is Sports Center.
The Arkansas Razorback baseball team advanced to the College World Series for the 12th time in program history on Sunday, beating the defending national champion Tennessee Volunteers 11-4 at the Fayetteville Super Regional at Baum-Walker Stadium. The big blast coming from Logan Maxwell in the fourth inning.
The 1-2 to Maxwell. Hit in the air, left field, gonna carry. Going back is Bargo. Bargo's at the wall, he leaps out of here. A grand slam by Logan Maxwell.
Charles Davalon and Brent Iredale added home runs for the Razorbacks. They'll face LSU in their first game in Omaha on Saturday. LSU beating West Virginia to advance. That game time should be announced later this week. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We have a slight chance of a shower today, otherwise partly cloudy and warm up to 87 degrees. Tonight, humidity begins to drop. We'll be mostly clear, drop off to 63, and really warm for Tuesday, mostly sunny and high of 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tickets are on sale now for Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, July 24th at the Hall, featuring Bobby Petrino and Taylon Green, plus former Hawks Casey Dick and Niall Davis, with dinner from Corky's. Get your tickets at LittleRockHall.com. Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and brought to you in part by Oaklawn Sports, the Gangster Museum and the Hattery of Hot Springs, First Trust Home Loans, AY Magazine, Arkansas Money and Politics, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and Connect Service Solutions. Special thanks to Corky's Ribs and Barbecue and Party Time Rental and Events.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
I like to deal with people I know, or at least people I feel know me. Imagine buying anything the way we buy cars. It would take you 4 hours to get out of the grocery store with a gallon of milk. If you're looking for your next new car, truck, or SUV and want a different way to buy, check out Fitz Auto. With in-house financing with an interest rate you'll be happy with. Oh, and don't forget your dogs. Stop by and drive away with a smile on your face. FitzAuto.com or on Stagecoach at the Curve.
I'm Allison Greenwood. I live in Pulaski County. I got a notice from my insurance carrier saying that my premium was going up to over $1,000 a month. My insurance agent called me and said, "Hey, Farm Bureau has a new product." I said, "Well, tell me more." In less than 24 hours, I was signed up with the Farm Bureau health plan, saving over $500 a month, and I was a happy girl.
Farm Bureau Health Plans of Arkansas. Learn more at arfbhealthplans.com.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
You like that little ditty, don't you?
I love that little ditty. Hey, listen, I'm halfway through the first of 2 episodes of the Pee Wee Herman.
Good stuff?
Oh, it's better than good, my friend. It is amazing.
It is 7:27 on this Monday, June 9th. Come up here in just a second. We'll visit with Chris Curry, the head coach of the Trojans, who got face-to-face with the Razorbacks and LSU this year. Got some good news on the transfer portal and roster news front yesterday, so we'll talk with him in just a second. The other thing, don't forget too, tomorrow night is the last chance for you to get in the betting for women 101, just for ladies only. It's free everything.
Yep,
Free
food, drinks.
And admission, all that. So
Pictures? Are you taking pictures?
Taking pictures. Dwayne Duncan will be there taking pictures and all the
of
things.
course,
So
Dwayne Duncan's
be
good.
a
I wonder
lot
if
of fun.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then tomorrow, Roger, we're going to be at the Boyle Building, which is this old classic building
Dude,
downtown.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's really one of the coolest structures. It was built in 1909 downtown. The Attorney General's office is in there now. Tim Griffin invited us to come by. They're doing the grand opening. I've always looked at that building. I live downtown, Roger. I said, if I ever had enough money, I would buy it.
Is that
which
the
I
one
did.
you're talking about?
Yeah,
Now,
it was built in 1909. Wait till it is so beautiful. I had a chance to get the tour the other day.
You were so pumped about it. You even offered to take the equipment and get that done.
Yeah, how about that?
Are you still doing
Oh,
that?
yeah.
No, you got to let me know. We'll do it when we get out of here. Let me ask you
this.
this: Where's the building that you got your stuff stolen at?
That was much lesser on the impressive
It was. See, I
building
didn't know
list.
that. I
Yes,
thought
yes,
you
it
because
was
you
a
had an
different
office
one.
or something there, right?
I did.
All right. Obviously, I just touched a nerve.
Also, coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll visit with Cam Kosel, our buddy Cam Kosel, who had a great tournament. I think he was 9 of 19 for the tournament. So he's having a great run, and he'll talk about Omaha. He's going back home, Roger. He's going back home to where he's from. His dad is on the crew of the field there that takes care of the field. There, and
that's a movie.
I know.
That's
it really
a
is.
movie.
Let's check in now with our favorite Trojan head coach, baseball coach Chris Curry.
That's a great song. You know what? It's almost military-ish. That's a great tune.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm great. Should I say Los Angeles? Do I need to-
You can.
Well, I guess we have not talked to you since you guys have made the great run. We were on the road, Roger, I guess from Terry Bradshaw, in Texas, and then all of a sudden in Nashville. So while we're on the road trying to keep up, it just was so much fun watching you guys do what you did. Have you caught your breath? Are you a little bit more rested than you were? It was crazy from the OVC tournament, you guys winning those 5 games in 4 days, and then the regional, and then it had to be a lot, man.
It was a lot. It felt like a season in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we spent felt like 2 weeks in a hotel on the road, and from what was with our struggles through the year, and you and I kept talking about, man, if we just get healthy, and
right,
you were pumping us up and staying with us, and I appreciate you fellas for doing that. And to go to the tournament, it was like a new season, 0-0. It truly was, and 5-0 through that, and everybody in the baseball media around the nation just swore we were going to Fayetteville for the region.
Yeah, I think a lot of us thought that.
And all pops up Baton Rouge, and we had mixed emotions of, hey, that's going to be a blast and a great crowd, but boy, that's a tough draw.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I was concerned about for my guys was how they would handle the stage and the crowd and all those things. And the first night they beat us, but it was only 7-0.
That's right. Y'all hung in there,
and it wasn't a blowout. And what happened is even though we got beat the first night by Ions and the kid that pitched last night to beat West Virginia, I figured out they could do it and they could handle it.
Yep.
And then we beat Rhode Island. We had scored 22 runs, most runs ever scored down at a Baton Rouge Regional. And then the next day we had DBU, Dallas Baptist. That's a top 25 team. And then that night beat LSU. And nothing was more fun than hearing that fight song played every time we scored 10 runs down at Baton Rouge.
Yeah, that, I was making the example of, it's not often that you go to an LSU sporting event, football, basketball, baseball, where you see their fans leaving like before the game's over with. And that's what was happening late in the game when it looked like it was pretty obvious you guys had it. And I remember making the comment to Roger, like, it is the coolest thing, because that's a great environment. All their sports have a great environment. Their fans are great. It really is. I think you go back real quick, what you were saying, that first game, you lose 7-0, but you're right. You guys gain confidence and go, okay. But to come out and then just unload on Rhode Island 22-10, I mean, that's nuts. And then you go, okay, and then you beat really a top 20 ranked Dallas Baptist team, 8-6, and it's almost like you were in the OVC tournament. You're like, okay, and I'm telling you, when you guys played LSU both nights, Chris, it was like watching. You guys look SEC. You look like you were SEC talent level. I mean, you didn't look any different than LSU. Now they've got a little bit more talent, but you were going toe to toe with them. Cano looks like he's been in the SEC all his life. And it was in the picture you had on in the 10-4 win. What was his name? He comes in and it just dominates. I mean, you guys look like the SEC team, not them. And it just shows you what confidence can do. And you guys have to be talented. You got to have talent, Chris. But also that mental part gets in there, and then you get on a hot streak, and it all comes together. And I was telling Roger, the best thing for you guys is you were on the mothership, man. We were turning on ESPN, not 2, not News, not Stream, not Plus. It was ESPN, and no telling how much that was value that was to you in terms of exposure.
You make a great point, and we're still quantifying the value of it. But I'll give you a couple of stats. So the game started Monday night at 800,000 viewers, and it ended at 1.1 million viewers. It is the second regional game in college baseball history, and it is the most watched regional in college baseball history.
Wow!
And,
holy mackerel!
Given to us, and so that's great for UA Little Rock. That's great for our team, and getting back to the players. And you've experienced this when you get on a big stage on a big field against elite players, and they have elite big league players. Yep. They rose to the challenge, number one, because they wanted to make sure they competed and didn't get embarrassed, but they elevated their game. And literally every single player was playing at the top level that their talent would allow them. And like you said, Angel Cano, who we got huge news yesterday, he called me, said, "I'm coming back, Coach." And then our center fielder, who we call Spider-Man, who was climbing the walls, Zach Henry making plays, and Malcolm Brown, who's as tough as nails. And I shared this in the press conference, has been through so much personally that you weren't going to rattle him on a pitching mound at LSU. He's been through so much. He was calm as a cucumber.
Yeah, it was so impressive. We're so happy for you. And, you did go to Arkansas. You played them twice during the season. You played Ole Miss. You beat Ole Miss. And I know midweek games, rather, are different. I understand that. But it does give you that experience of, hey, listen, we played SEC teams before, And so was that something that was beneficial going down to Baton Rouge?
100%, Baz, and that's why we do it. I often get questions a lot. Why are you playing these teams? Why? And by the way, we just finished a 3-game series back-to-back years with a team named Murray State.
Right. Yeah.
And who's playing tonight, and that's one of the best offenses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But we scheduled those teams, Baz, just for this reason, so that when we get to the postseason, we've seen it. We've been to the big stadiums. We played against the quality opponent. And it'll be a fun one, and I want to congratulate Coach Van Horn and Clay Goodwin, because I got a relationship with those guys, working with them, and I think the level of college baseball in the state of Arkansas could not be higher, maybe ever.
Well, it's funny you say that. I remember, Roger, we were talking about it, and I think we had Justin Moore that day. It might have been all the days running again. It might have been the Monday over in Nashville. I said it was a great day after you guys had won that first one. It was a great day for baseball in Arkansas. Yeah. Baseball in general, the sport of baseball, to have Arkansas doing what they were doing and have you guys, at Little Rock doing what you were doing on the national stage. It was outstanding. I do want to get to we're going to get your opinion on obviously Arkansas LSU, because you played on both. But let's go back to Cano. And by the way, too, I was thinking it was Angel Cano. Is it Angel Cano?
He lets me call him Angel because I'm from Arkansas, and I just say Angel. But technically, it's Angel Cano.
Angel. What is it? Say that again. Say it again.
Angel Cano.
Cano. Angel Cano.
But I call him Angel because he's like an angel to me. So
it works.
So that was funny, Chris. I had several people go, all right, look for that guy to be out the door with NIL money and transfer portal. But we got news yesterday. You made the announcement that he's staying with Little Rock.
It was, and I kind of ribbed our good friend Sully. He put out a tweet. He's like, "Boy, it's going to be hard for
Yes,
Rock to keep
I saw
those
that.
guys."
I saw it.
and I was like, "Come on, Sully,
Come
you're
on, shut up,
for the
Sully.
whole world."
Yes.
But I love Sully. He's the best. But no, what it does, Baz, is there are things going on behind the scenes at Little Rock Baseball with Frank Cuervo, our AD, and our administration, and that is the saying goes, "Hey, there will be signs. You'll be able to tell." And when you see Little Rock keeping a guy like that, that means there are signs that Little Rock Baseball is serious about being consistent and winning and staying power and doing this year in and year out. And it starts with players. You got to have players. I don't care who's coaching. I don't care what the stadium looks like. If you don't have players, you're not going to win. And Angel has not only solidified our returners, but also it's a domino effect in recruiting, because we can point the other recruits that we're talking to in the portal and going, you saw what he did? Yes, sir. Well, how would you like to play with him? And so, big day for our program.
Yeah, let me tell you, he looked like a stud. I mean, he fit right in that environment. And because his batting average, I think going into that was for the season was like 240 or something, right? If memory serves me right.
It was. Well, he was hurt. He came in with a labrum, right shoulder labrum injury, and he had an elbow injury. And I remember Baz about 3, and he's got a deep voice and mature, and he doesn't say very much. But about 3 weeks left of the season, he just pulled me aside, and he goes, "Coach, I'm feeling good." And I said, "Well, keep doing what you've been doing." And now he's 100% healthy. He hit 26 home runs last year in junior college.
Yeah, it's amazing because I knew during the middle of the season, Roger, remember they had an 8-game winning streak. I'm thinking, wow, man, they're on it. And all of a sudden, boom, you guys go in that tailspin of 13 to 14 games. And I know in talking with you, nothing you could do about it. You had those injuries, nothing you could do. You just had to weather the storm and let people know, hey, listen, this team is pretty darn good if I can get them healthy.
God had them on.
How's that? During that tough stretch. Exactly right. Well, let me ask you about this. Now that you've you coached at Arkansas, what's really crazy too, the last time that Arkansas went 5-0 in the regional and super regional and went to the World Series, you were on the staff with Dave Van Horn in 2009. Is that not crazy?
So we went to Oklahoma, and if I'm correct, I think we won the regional over there, and then I think we went down to Florida State.
He did. Florida State was the other one. Yeah, that was a heck of a deal down there. Yeah. What do you remember about that team and that run, and going to the World? Think about that. That's the first time. This is the first time since then that the Razorbacks have gone 5-0 in those two series.
Well, what I remember are the great players. I was 29 years old. Caleb, my son, who, by the way, we had a special moment. He was able to be the bat boy in the dugout, kind of like Gage Goodwin, Clay Goodwin's son.
Right.
Caleb was Caleb was 1 year old at that time. I'm 29. I'm a snot-nosed young coach on Coach Van Horn's staff. And, I thought I knew a couple of things, but actually we had big leaguers. We had James McCann, Dallas Keuchel, Drew Smiley, Andy Wilkins, Brett Eibner, Ben Shefikoff, Mike Bolstinger. Like 6 of those 7 names ended up in the big league.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And just that was the year that Eibner walked off Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Hit the big. I him coming around first. I actually saw him at a Rangers game. He's a major league scout for the Royals. But no, just great relationships. I shared an office with Clay Goodwin, and we're still friends today. I texted him last night, and I pull for coaches. I get asked all the time, are you going to pull for this team or that team? I don't really pull for the team. I pull for the coaches that I have relationships with.
Well,
and I think
that makes
the
sense.
emotion you saw. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. You were saying, that makes sense. Go ahead.
The emotion you saw from Coach last night. Of course, you get in those press conferences, and those media guys try to get you going anyway. But that was just getting back to Omaha, and he's pushing so hard, and he wants to win that big one so bad, and so you just pulling for him.
What do you think? You've seen both. You've played against both teams now. Of course, Arkansas goes into LSU. LSU wins that series, although Arkansas won the third game. Richard, they really needed that. What's your assessment of what's going to happen in Omaha when these two teams meet Saturday night?
Clash of the Titans. The first thing you need to talk about is the stadium. Those are home run hitting teams, and big ballpark, big ballpark,
bigger than some major league parks.
Yes, it does not lend itself to the home run at all. That's statistically proven. So I would study the wind direction first and see because that's equally. They both hit a ton of home runs.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have two left-handers, I assume. This is just my opinion. Go and probably Root and for Arkansas, Kate Anderson. Now, guys, Kate Anderson is maybe the number 1, number 2 top pick in the draft. And he throws left-handed.
Right.
And both teams, and all teams across America, just a little more trouble.
Right.
Not saying they can't hit them, but LSU, you talk about their lineup a little bit. Curiel is the true freshman at the top of the lineup, and he's a future big leaguer. Well, he hits in the 100s against left-handers, so Root ought to do well against him.
Right.
But then on the flip side, the Arkansas lineup, if you want to have a chance of slowing him down, you need to throw secret. It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm curious how those two lefties square off. The Milam kid, the shortstop's a switch hitter, hit a grand slam last night.
Mm-hmm.
The LSU's big right-handed hitter is a little bit cold right now. He's not doing quite what he has been doing. Obviously, you've got Aloy. I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth. You got Aloy, who he is. If he doesn't chase pitches out of the strike zone, he's lethal.
Right.
But then they've got other hitters. I mean the left-hander, Maxwell and Davalon.
Yep. Up and down the roster. Up and down the roster. I mean, it's really like who's going to step up each game and make a difference. That's what's a little bit different, don't you think, for the Razorbacks this year? Is that from 1 to 9, they've got guys who are contributed throughout the season.
And what's going to happen? And again, you're saying football. Like they're going to key. LSU's going to key on Aloy and try to take the bat out of his hand. Meaning they're probably not going to pitch to him.
Right.
And then Arkansas going to key on Curiel and try to take the bat out of his hand and equalize. You got a great running back. You might double team him, or a wide receiver. You might double. And so it'll be the other guys in the lineup that will have to do the damage, an unsung hero, so to speak.
But it's funny, as a guy who's played them both, I mean, in your opinion of what you've seen, are they the two best teams that you've seen in the country this year, or is there another team that you would put in that category, or you put those two as like 1 and 2?
Oregon State's playing at a high level, and I've not seen them and haven't been a chance to bear down on them. But they're playing at a high level. Whoever comes out of Duke and Murray State, I think Arkansas, LSU, or you got Arizona. Some other teams that I think
Don't
Louisville.
sleep on Coastal.
Yeah, Coastal's a great
guys.
story, yeah.
So that's a great point. And if you want a sleeper and you want somebody to watch out, and I haven't looked at the bracket. Is Kosel on the other side of the bracket? That's very important as to which side, who's on which side.
Well,
Kosel's won 23 baseball games in a row.
I know, it's nuts. It's nuts. I love their coach. But he's a great
he's
guy.
hard-nosed, Northeast guy, and I think he called out the Florida coach. But Kosel is the one. Arkansas, LSU, and they should.
Right.
But Kosel is the one you need to really worry about.
Well, listen, I know it's going to be a blast, and just want to say congratulations. We'll get you up on the show sometime. I know there's one guy that was so proud watching. He could probably, his head couldn't get out the door. He was so proud.
Curry, yes, it is me, UALRR, we're so proud of you, and I look forward to being on your staff next year. Gonna be doing everything I can to show them all about scoop rainwater. The batting prowess that I had now that I am also with tenure at UALRR.
For those who
That's
don't,
the greatest Little Rock baseball alum out there, and two-way player, pitcher and hitter.
It is, and looking to get NIL money for you any way that I can.
Listen, you know that I was so happy for all the alumni of ULR, and including Randy, and you were so great to get him the honorary degree, and a lot of proud folks, and we were happy for you. You're a good guy. You've been in the game for a while, and it was good to see you and your program get the kind of attention and make the kind of have the kind of success that you did, Chris. We really are happy for you.
Sure are, Coach.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys helping make that happen for Randy. That was cool.
Well, that was you. You helped make that happen.
You sure did. And thanks for thanks for listening to us, and thanks for calling in and shouting out Los Angeles every now and then.
You bet.
Well, listen, we'll get you up in the studio after the World Series is over, and I'm glad things are popping for the program. And congrats on congrats again on another great year, Coach. Yeah. Really happy for you.
I appreciate it, and keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk soon.
All right,
Go
that's
Trojans.
Chris Curry.
There he is.
All right. Double R. You know, Double R is happening.
It is one of the greatest events in my life.
All right, don't go away. 7:49. Old number 53 here, and back in my day, I was fortunate to be around some great teams, along with some great teammates. And even now, all these years later, I'm also grateful to be a part of a great team here at 103.7 The Buzz. But you know another great team that I've come to appreciate over the years? It's the team over at Edwards Food Giant, and there are 11 stores located all over the metropolitan area, including their Edwards Cash Saver stores. And let me tell you this, if you haven't been to the newest Edwards Food Giant in North Little Rock in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center, you really need to stop by there. This store is truly the most beautiful grocery store that I've ever been inside of. The layout with their huge selection and inventory, including their deli and salad bars, is the best. Of course, their meat department at Edwards will truly blow you away, too. That newest Edwards store has everything from heat and eat, meal solutions, weekly specials, to a giant wine department, to their dry-aged beef that's been temperature and humidity controlled for 28 days in their cooler, resulting in a steak that's tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. So see for yourself why the team at Edwards Food Giant is now Central Arkansas's favorite place to shop.
Congo Fireplace and Patio in Benton is the premier outdoor living store in the state. And just in time for Father's Day, stop by and see the great gift ideas for Dad. Hammocks, grills, smokers, fire pits, and all the accessories he needs for the outdoors. Huge store-wide discounts. Go to our Facebook page and register for Congo's Father's Day giveaway. Plus, the spring sale is still going on. Congo always has the best prices and the best brands of outdoor furniture. Family owned and operated for over 100 years. Shop local and feel the difference. Congo Fireplace and Patio, I-30 Benton.
If you already scheduled your garage door tune-up for just $79, please disregard this message. If you don't have a garage door, you're off the hook. For the rest of you, why would you spend more than just $79? Overhead Door Company of Little Rock will perform their garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79 on up to 3 garage doors and openers. Call 501-510-6399 or schedule online, overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
Hi, folks. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. Last month, our Employee Pricing Plus program was a huge success. So we're going to do it again in June. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay, and you get all the rebates. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. No gimmicks, no hoops to jump through. Only at Fletcher Dodge do we have discounts up to $14,000 off trucks and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Come in today and get employee pricing plus 3.9% financing for 72 months on all new Ram trucks. New Jeep Wranglers up to $7,000 off. And the all new Jeep Compass 4-wheel drive for only $379 a month. And that's with no money down. And again, don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-approved in minutes. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
for insurance that fits just right. Find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Angie Collins in Heber Springs, Michelle Herring in Whitehall, or Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak today.
They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and that's your home and your business. So if your business needs a touch-up, call CertaPro Painters and let them handle the job for you. They provide excellent workmanship, quality, and a worry-free process for both residential and commercial spaces, all at the right price. You've got to focus on your business. Let them focus on your painting. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Get your estimate scheduled today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Tune in to Out of Bounds to hear from Captain Kendall Diggs. Brought to you by Stephen Elmore with Shelter Insurance. For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Stephen Elmore or give him a call at 501-537-0959.
Want to reach the show? Well, give us a call or text at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
So happy for, everybody involved with the program, especially, more than anything, the players, because they're the ones that do all the work. They're the ones that win the games. And so happy that, they're going to finish this season in Omaha. I don't know. It just means a lot.
Man, that is Dave Van Horn, the head hog there. Very rarely do you see him get emotional like that.
I have, yeah.
I think some people have tried to read into that, maybe what that means. Could this be the last go around? I just think it's just a relief of how bad he wants this for his players and how much pressure it was and disappointment the last 2 years to work this hard and win all those games and not even get to Omaha. I think you get to Omaha and it's a successful season. Now, is winning the national championship the most successful? Sure. But it's not easy to get to Omaha. No. It's not easy to get
not
there.
In this league.
No, not in this. That's exactly right, Roger. And, of course, now
everybody else has done it, too, yeah.
Well, and then now, you're right. I think we've had 6 in a row from the SEC win national championships. Is that right?
Something
5?
like that, 6 or 7.
But then Roger, you were saying you got 8 teams, and we get the other SEC team right off the bat, which is maybe the best team in the
Did that work out? They don't. Did it just work out that way?
I don't know if they
Todd, did it just work out that way, or did they do it like when they do the NCAA tournament in basketball and they start matching up?
I think they.
There may be a component of trying to match them up, but I think I don't know that they necessarily looked at it at the beginning and said, "Hey, well, this is the World Series matchup we want. Here's how we get it done."
Well, they could have put LSU on the other side of the bracket.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think they.
When do they know when they're doing that? Is what I'm saying, because if those are the 2 highest ranked teams, even though as Coach Curry was talking about Murray State still playing well,
I don't think they necessarily know that they're going to be the 2 highest seeds remaining in the tournament. I mean, there's always the good chance of it, and it happened to work out that way. But I don't think they go into making the bracket realizing, well, Arkansas and LSU have the potential to be the 2 highest
No,
seeds.
of course not. Of course not. I mean, there's so many others in the regional. The other 13 teams that were in the regional, they could have played that out. It just turns out this one is this one.
Think about that. You start with 13 in the regional, and you get down to, what was it, 6?
6.
And then you only get 2. Only get 2 out of it. Everybody's going, SEC, huh? So do you need to get 13 in there again this year? Or next year, rather? Hey, today, Roger, we've got the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament. Right. It's at Pleasant Valley. I see Ron Calcagney.
What?
I see Henry Hawk. I see Stan Lee. I see Jay Fox. I see Donna Terrell. I see Mike Malham, Nathan Brown. I see Bobby Tyner, Joe Klein, Quinn Grovey, Gary Adams, Reggie Swinton. Matt Zimmerman's coming down. All
right, there's 2 Razorback quarterbacks in there.
What's that?
2 Razorback quarterbacks. And when you say Ron Calcagney, I wish you'd say it with a little bit more of a pause. Just don't lump him. Don't lump Calcagney.
Who was the other quarterback?
Quick
Grovey. Yeah, Grovey on one side.
So I'd like for you to just do this. If you go ahead, give me 2 names before Ron Calcagney and right after Ron Calcagney.
Stan Lee, Dennis Nutt.
Yeah, Ron Calcagney. And who else?
And then we can go Bobby Tyner.
All right, here's what I want you to do. Stan Lee, Dennis Nutt, Ron Calcagney. And then we move on next.
Very good. Very nice. Okay, yes.
Hey, listen, I got to ask you a question. I ordered, with what I did with Coach with Terry Bradshaw, and got that Bradshaw helmet. So I'm looking for discounts, and I found a couple discounts on the helmet. So I have a Razorback miniature helmet, helmet. Other than Coach Pittman, can you tell me if there's a Razorback coming in?
There will be before it's all
Now,
said
see, I'm
and
not
done.
going to be there for the touchdown, for the
Countdown to kickoff.
Countdown to kickoff, and I'm not asking you to get anything done. I need to get Wes Sutton. Are you listening? I'm not asking for anything on the countdown to kickoff.
Coming up next, Cam Kosel, who was there. He was carrying the trophy with Aloy all around the stadium.
Are there miniature baseball helmets? We need to find out.
Yes. Are we going to Omaha? Are we going to Roger? Me and you going to Omaha?
Yeah.
Whether we're invited or not,
Oh,
we just go.
Yeah, we just hop.
Got to pay for it ourselves.
We're gonna have to hop a ride. You've bought everything from St. Joe to Memphis.
Super Cam coming up next.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has been selling and servicing boats and motors for over 40 years. Their certified, experienced technicians are factory trained and authorized for Mercury, Yamaha, Suzuki, and more. Their service department offers everything from diagnostics and maintenance to powerhead repairs. And now they also have a no-hauling, no-hassle repair option at your location in the Little Rock and Hot Springs service areas. Your place or ours, Trader Bill's provides honest, dependable, and convenient marine sales, service, and repair.
Here's another Whataburger DM. Miranda says, it's 2023 and still no Pico Burger. How do we get y'all to pick it back up? Miranda, we totally thought we responded to this. We know it's been a minute or two, but good news, the Pico de Gallo burger is back up. Yep, the 2 fresh beef patties covered with crisp Pico de Gallo, 2 slices of pepper jack and creamy cilantro lime sauce you love is back. And it's all thanks to you. The Pico de Gallo burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
Listen to Morning Mayhem for your chance to finish the lyric with Justin Moore, brought to you by Honda of Russellville, where you can check out the new Honda Mud Pro Series ATVs or Goldwing trikes at hondarussellville.com.
Why so serious? Sports talk and entertainment. Let's put a smile on that face. 1037 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
Escaped inmate Grant Harden has been captured. Harden was taken into custody Friday, ending an almost 2-week-long manhunt. The Department of Corrections says it located Harden near Moccasin Creek around 3 Friday afternoon. The area is just over a mile away from the North Central Unit in Calico Rock, where Harden escaped. The specialized unit from the U.S. Border Patrol Tactical Unit helped officials locate him. Harden has been transferred to Varner Supermax Prison in Gould for the remainder of his sentence. Authorities say the convicted killer will be questioned about his escape and time on the run. The Small Business Administration is opening disaster loan outreach centers for those impacted by severe weather. One center will be open at the Dia City Hall today, and another will open in the Cave City Hall Conference Room. The Batesville Center is relocating to the Independence County Courthouse. Walk-ins are welcome, but you can still make an appointment online. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Razorback pitcher Gabe Gackle gets in the zone each week, presented by Arkansas Digital Media at arkansasdigitalmedia.com and Billy's Awards in Conway at billiesawards.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a partly cloudy Monday across central Arkansas with a slight chance of a shower. Otherwise, pretty warm, up to 87 degrees. Now, late this afternoon, we'll see the clouds clearing. It'll become mostly sunny. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 63. And tomorrow, warm, mostly sunny at 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in each week when Susan Irwin Prowl shares her Keys to the Weekend music events calendar with Justin and DJ. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
David Bazzel here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. At Jones & Son, when you shop for an engagement ring, you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. Jones & Son also carry the biggest brands in the business. At Jones & Son, shop their new collection of Jones & Son branded engagement rings. The Jones & Son rings are high quality at a fraction of the price, also are fully customizable, and they can modify any design to suit your needs. They are a direct diamond importer and import all of their diamonds, so you save money. Jones & Son is located located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road, and they've been there for over 39 years. The same address and phone number for over 3 decades. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry to match the occasion can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be at Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Find the right diamonds for that special occasion. Jones & Son invites you to come by or shop with them online at jonesandson.com. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road, and they've been there for over 39 years.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shop your favorite summer clothing brands at Fort Thompson. From Sitka, Patagonia, Local Boy, Marshwear, Drake, and many more. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood is looking forward to seeing you and taking care of all your needs. Shop local. Shop Fort Thompson.
At QC Kinetics, we're all about keeping you in the game, helping you get lasting relief from joint pain. That's why we're excited to announce that QC Kinetics is now partnering with the National Pickleball League. So many of our satisfied patients are avid pickleball players, and they're thrilled with how we've helped them get back on the court. As lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League, we're committed to help pickleball fans of all ages with the latest, most advanced regenerative cell treatments. These treatments use your body's own healing power, revitalizing and restoring damaged joint tissue the natural way, with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Whether you're a pickleball fanatic or enjoy golf or running or tennis, stay in the game with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, proud to promote active, pain-free living as a lead sponsor of the National Pickleball League. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Car wreck? Call Rainwater Holt in Sexton.
888-8888.
8 for a fast response. 8 for results. 8 for Arkansas.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
For all you parents and grandparents, I have huge news for you. Summerwood Sports, the state-of-the-art sports complex located right off Highway 5 in Bryant, is now offering 2 summer camps for grades 3 through 7 this summer. Campers will not only get to participate in sports, games, movies, and more, but will also receive lunch along with a daily devotional each day. Camps run June 9th through the 12th and July 14th through the 17th. So don't wait. Sign up today. For more details, click on summerwoodsports.com.
The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back and happening July 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at Stubbs.net. Come sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. The Rock City Margarita Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Please.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
The Moretti's!
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
They're below or above the Navy?
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Smart ass.
All right, it is 8:06 on this Monday, June 9th. Always fun to start the show on Monday after a big Razorback win, and it certainly was that. We'll visit with Cam Kosel here in just 2 seconds. Bill Vickery coming up here in a few minutes after Cam, brought to you by Soul Restaurant. He's down in Tampa, but love to talk to him about the judge signing off on the big $2.8 billion settlement. We'll have a lot to chew on there. We'll also have graffiti, brought to you by Finch Brokers in the 9 o'clock hour. Roger, we got to play Finish the Lyric. That's Justin Moore, Finish the Lyric, sponsored by Honda of Russellville. That's nice. You said we're going to give away a Morning Mayhem T-shirt for somebody who wins that. Is that correct?
No. What I said, we can.
Yes.
We can try to work. What I said was if anybody, it's Donald Duck's birthday.
Yes.
Anybody that can either say "Go Hog" or the best impression of Donald Duck saying "Go Hogs" or "Woo Pig Suey."
And let's hear yours.
Go Hogs first.
Yes.
Ow, ow.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's okay. But the sound
Okay,
is sound is good, but there's no words. There's no words.
You know what? You know what?
I love
you know
you.
what? You know who you are? You know who
being
you
honest.
are? You're what do they call those parents that
being honest.
send their kids out there for the beauty pageant? You beauty pageant parent right here. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so that was Go Hogs. What was the other one you were going to do?
Whoop Pig Suey.
Okay. So Donald Duck is choking while he's saying "Woo Pig Suey." But the sound is good. You just got to work on the words.
Yeah,
Sounds like David choking on steak.
You know what? You know what? We can all hope.
Hey, let's check in with our man Cam Kosel there, Roger Dodge.
Driven in the air, deep right field. How about another grand slam? And Cam Kosel has driven in 13 runs this weekend.
This star sophomore hails from Omaha, Nebraska, where he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in high school. He's one of the most productive hitters in the entire Southeastern Conference. He joins Morning Mayhem thanks to Ortho, Arkansas. Ortho, Arkansas. Ortho for all. And now, stepping up to the dish, it's Cam Kosel.
Keep on going. The ball right down the Good morning, Cam. How you doing, buddy? Great. Congratulations on a spectacular weekend.
That's why we're doing great.
Headed back to Omaha, your home state. How cool is it? You know that had to be, obviously we knew that had to be a goal of yours because your dad has been working on the grounds crew first at Rosenblatt Stadium back in, I think he started in 2005, and now he's with the Charles Schwab Field. And you get to go back and see him. You grew up as a kid going to those games. Is it surreal now that it's finally going to happen?
It is a dream. It's a dream come true. It's surreal. Like you said, my dad's been on the grounds crew my whole life. He was at Rosenblatt for a long time before Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade was ever a thing. So I have memories of running around Rosenblatt, and then he was always on the grounds crew at the AAA Stadium at Warner Park. So I remember a lot of summer nights spending with him at Storm Chasers games, and then of course at the College World Series, I'd run around all those tunnels on the bottom of the field, and the grounds crew shop was always right in center field. So every once in a while, you could step outside that big shop door and just sit in a chair and watch the games really deep from center field, which it wasn't always best view, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it's a cool experience, and I'm glad I'm a Razorback and going to be doing it with the Razorbacks.
Yeah, and didn't I believe we talked about this when we first got you on. Your dad actually built a miniature Rosenblatt Stadium, I guess, or the Schwab Field at the time at home. It looked like the real deal, but a smaller version, right?
Yeah. So when we lived in Omaha growing up, he built a little wiffle ball field in the backyard, and then we moved back to a farm in Sargent, Nebraska. And that's where he went cuckoo crazy. He built the Rosenblatt scoreboard. He painted the final out at Rosenblatt Stadium, which was an Omaha Royals game. He painted that on the scoreboard. We had a Kosel Park scoreboard in right field. We had a Yankees logo on the fence. We had a Royals logo on the fence.
Wow.
Storm Chasers logo on the fence. He went all out. So it's cool to have that past and now be able to play in the future.
Wow. Well, listen, and Father's Day's coming up.
Oh my gosh!
Are you kidding me?
I think that story with your dad will be told 1,000 times there with the media. I'm sure you know that's coming, which is great. Listen, that's what you always wanted to have happen as a kid. It's great to see that is actually going to take place in a few days.
There will be a story in the Omaha World Herald for sure.
Listen, our producer today is a Nebraska native. Where you from? Where you from, Todd?
I was born in Council Bluffs on the Iowa side of the river, but I stayed in Carter Lake and South Omaha and Bellevue.
How about that? Yep.
All right, so let's talk about what you guys have done. 5-0 through the regional, super regional. First time that's been done by a Razorback team since 2009. It was great to see you guys take out Tennessee again. A lot of emotion on that Saturday game with Zach Groot. You guys win that 4-3, and then you guys just unleashed on them yesterday and win that 11-4. What was the weekend like? And it looked like everything was just hitting on all cylinders for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fans were electric. I mean, the atmosphere, I got to talk about that. That was an unreal atmosphere to play in front of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we have the best fans in college baseball, so it's always fun to produce in front of them. But hitters seen the ball well. We had great scouting reports, and stuff. Thanks to Coach Thompson and Coach Furness. Defense played great. We had a couple key double plays within the couple games that got us out of some jams or kept the damage limited. And then pitchers, I don't know. I think they scored, 4 runs the whole weekend, 5 runs the whole weekend?
Yeah.
And that's a really, really good Tennessee team, a really good hitting Tennessee team. So you got to give all the props to the pitchers. Gage Wood pitched amazing. Zach Root was unbelievable. I think he's thrown a no-hitter through 4 or 5 innings easily, or maybe even a perfect game.
Perfect game, yeah.
Yep. So, everything was kind of clicking. And that's how you want the season to be. You want everything to be clicking at the end of the year, and thank God that's what has been happening.
We're visiting with Cam Kosel, brought to you by Ortho Arkansas. We appreciate them sponsoring Cam. Great play, heads-up play by you. And now it's funny, all the games are merging together. I can't remember if it was yesterday or Saturday where it was a pass ball and the ball didn't get that far away from the catcher, but you saw the pitcher sort of hesitated before he broke towards the plate, and you turned on the jets and got there in time.
Yeah, that was on Saturday, and that was. You know what I felt like? I felt like Benny the Jet Rodriguez from The Sandlot. I felt like I was feeling home.
Very nice.
You have no idea how many times I watched that movie growing up, so that's exactly what it felt like.
You look,
and then
Go ahead.
It was a cool moment. The catcher, we knew they had a backup catcher in, and he wasn't the starting catcher because he got kicked out Tennessee's previous game, so he couldn't play that day.
That's right. Good point.
So we kind of knew going into it we wanted to be really aggressive on the bases and make that kid make plays, especially in our type of atmosphere. I heard someone call it Vietnam, and I think that was a perfect way to describe it. Just being aggressive, trusting instincts, and being a baseball player.
You had a great weekend. I think 9 of 19 is what you finished for the tournament, rather for the tournament play. It just looks like, man, it's just you're seeing the ball well, and when you hit it, man, it's on a rope. So do you feel good about your performance at the plate? 9 of 19 ain't bad, buddy.
No, it's a time of year where it's just go for it. People are going to throw you their best stuff and what's worked all year, and you have all the scouting intel that you need because it's been a whole year of data. So it's one of the things. Just go for it. Don't be timid. See the ball well. Be slow and early. Enjoy it, smile a little bit, but make sure your mind's right. Timid hitters usually end up stacking groceries or selling insurance, and that's not what I want to be doing in 10 to 15 years.
I like that.
So you want to go out there and hit the ball hard.
You get LSU. It's sort of like the super regional. Of all the teams you got, you have to face an SEC foe that is very talented in Tennessee. Got to turn around now, do the same thing. With LSU, a very good LSU team that you saw just a few weeks back. Thoughts on playing LSU Saturday?
Yeah, we've been playing in the SEC the whole year. Why not?
It makes sense, right?
Why not play in the Super Regionals and in the College World Series? I guess it's just how it's going to be, and we love that.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great game. It'll be an amazing atmosphere.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Unreal.
Yeah, it is going to be lit, and most likely it hadn't been announced yet, but I would imagine we were saying if they're smart, they'll put that game at 6:00 on ESPN. That would be the premiere. Yeah.
I already have family and friends asking what time the game is because tickets on Ticketmaster and StubHub are already like $300. So they're like, we need to know when to get our tickets. And I was like, if I was a College World Series and wanted to make money, I would put our game at 6.
Yeah.
But
how many friends and family do you think will try to get there to see you play Saturday night, that first game?
We might have the whole city of Omaha out there.
It's too much.
We'll just have to see. There'll be a lot of friends and family. Hopefully some of my elderly relatives out from the 308 can come out, and it'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun experience.
Got to ask, what was I've never seen it done before, but you and Aloy jump up into the stands and lead the team with the trophy up into the stands by the dugout, go up in the concourse, all the way around the concourse, then all the way into the hog pen, and then it was a great picture. If you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you after the show. You're holding up the trophy, and the whole team's lined up on the hog pen fence out there. Whose idea was that, and what was that experience like going through all the fans high-fiving everybody?
It was V's idea. He came up to us, and he's like, we got to do a lap around the field. I was like, sweet, let's do it. And I initially thought he just meant on the warning track. And then I saw him go into the stands. I was like, I cannot let him go into the stands by himself.
Right.
If he goes in the stands by himself, he's going to get mauled.
Yes.
So I guess guys just kind of followed along, and I think that was so cool. I mean, those fans, they're unbelievable. They're out there in, March, and it's freezing out, and it's cold, it's windy, and we still have a great crowd. And they're blue-collar, hardworking people. They like to have fun, and it's just a great atmosphere. So I'm glad we could kind of give back to the fans in that way and do a little line around the field. We got to the hog pen, and that's one of the coolest places in college baseball. When I got out there, the folks out there just looked so happy. I was giving high fives, and they had their shirts off, and they were going crazy. It was awesome.
Well, go ahead. You're good.
And then we made it all the way to Lake Norm, and then Phillies jumped in Lake Norm, and I was like, this is awesome. I wanted to jump in, but I knew that I've been in that pond too many times, and it's kind of stinky.
Well, that was great. Yeah, we were wondering, Cam, he was the only one to jump in. I was wondering, where's everybody else? As you guys knew how dirty it was. Like, no, he stood up and he was just covered in mud. He was nasty,
and it wasn't
covered in
deep.
mud. And it wasn't deep either in the end of it.
Yeah, what really needs to happen with that pond is it needs dredged out. There's a lot of muck in there. There's deeper spots where it's sandy, but it's a lot of muck.
A lot of muck and mud.
Well, it was fun watching you do that. You've got a kid type of personality, and you were jumping around, high-fiving, and the fans were loving it, and it's contagious. So that was fun. Last thing before we let you go, we do want to thank Ortho Arkansas again for sponsoring your call. Very rare display of emotion by Dave Van Horn. You were there at the press conference. Were you sort of surprised when Coach got emotional? Have you seen that kind of emotion before in him? And when it did happen, what was your thoughts and reaction to that?
Yeah, I have it. It's one of those things as a coach when it gets, it's a year-long job. You spend a lot of time away from family, and it's a tough job. It's not an easy job, but the past couple of years hasn't gone the Razorbacks' way. And as a head coach, you can feel that pressure sometimes. So it feels good to win, and I'm sure it feels great for him and his family and his whole coaching staff. So it's okay if those emotions kind of get out of hand sometimes. It's an emotional game. It's an emotional sport. But it was very cool to see that, and we're excited playing for him in Omaha.
Yeah, I think it's as a guy, he and I were in school at the same time, Cam, so we're around the same age, and he's not the type that normally shows his emotion, but I think it does reflect the pressure, the grind, how much he cares for you guys, and the last 2 years, the really good teams did not get out of that home field advantage out of the regional or super regional, and you get criticized and all those things. So I think it was in the emotion of the moment, just going, I'm glad these guys are going to get a chance to play the last game, of this year at Omaha. So I think it was great too. Like I said, it's something you don't see very often. I can't remember who was sitting to your right that put his hand on his shoulder. I can't remember who was that too.
That was probably Bazzel.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. I think he got a little emotional too. Looked like he might have gotten emotional, and that's to be expected. But listen, it's been a great ride. This is what you've been working towards. You came here from Vanderbilt to get this opportunity to go home to your home state in Nebraska. We're excited for you. Some of us are gonna be over there at some point or another to root you on.
Speaking of which, Cam, before we let you go, when you were leaving the press conference yesterday, I heard you talking about the sleepover at the Kosels. I need an invitation for these two boys over here.
Everybody's invited. Like I said, we might have to double bunk or even triple bunk.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how it's going to have to. There's a lot of kids in that house. So you might have to just find the place this week and just kind of lay there.
Is there a meal you're looking forward to getting again you hadn't had in a while?
Oh, fried chicken.
Oh,
fried chicken. I would just die for something my mom was doing. My friend.
Amen, brother.
I like that. Well, buddy, congratulations. We're really super happy for you and the team. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do in Omaha. I know it's a business trip, but I know you can allow yourself a little bit a chance to be happy about it and to celebrate. And it was a lot of fun for the fans. Now let's go get a national championship, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Let's do it. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Cam. Thanks, Cam.
Go Hogs, woo pig.
Exactly right. Na, 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 na. What an outstanding young man.
No, he's better than that. He's better than outstanding. He is fun to talk to.
We'll get him again next year. Obviously, Will McIntyre will be moving on, and but we'll get Cam again. What a great get. Thanks to Ortho Arkansas for stepping up and sponsoring him. What a treat he's been.
This has been a delight and a treat.
A delight and a treat.
Yes.
Let's check in. Let's go to Tampa, Roger. Let's make that transition from one stud to another. One's a little bit older. Not by much, a few numbers. Let's check in with this guy.
Times we turn to one man.
Yep.
That man is Bill Vickery.
Hold up, Bill. That's my job. He was the star quarterback at Van Buren High School. He's the son of a sheriff. He's a capitalist, so you know he's getting paid for this. Here is Arkansas's most eligible bachelor, Bill Vickery. Presented by So Restaurant and Bar. For menu, reservation, and rent space information, go to sorestaurant@ar.com.
Good morning, Bill Vickery.
Hey, good morning, guys. How great is that story about Cam Kosel? And then he's just such a quality person, and he's so he's so full of life.
Yes.
And that's just almost a scene out of The Natural. The Nebraska farm boy goes home, plays in the College World Series in front of his family, his dad, the grounds. It's just
it is a movie. It's movie-esque. It is. It really is.
Yes.
Yeah. And he is. It's funny how you can tell. I don't have to be around Cam Kosel. You listen to his interviews, 2 or 3 of his interviews, and you can tell he just is a sincere, genuine young man with a lot of talent. 9 of 19, almost hits 500 during the tournament play. Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And
he was on fire.
It was a lot of fun. And then the other thing at the end, Bill going through the crowd that's never been done before, putting the trophy up, jumping in Lake Norm, and it was nasty, Roger. That they showed the I can't hear you. The guy who does the laundry. Show the before and after of that for the U of A. And
you can see him when he stood up.
Yeah, it was black. It was, but yeah, listen. Did you see Van Horn get emotional, Bill? Did you hear that?
I did. I saw that. I saw the clip of that, and I think we all look at coaches, especially guys like Dave Van Horn, that they don't show a lot of emotion during the game. And the Tom Landry sort of notion. David, you and I and Roger are old enough to remember that. And you kind of put them in a category of, and we're all surprised when they show emotion, but the passion and the care and the desire and all of that is there. And sometimes it just spills out because I think Cam was right. There's been a couple of underachieving teams, and he felt the pressure on himself.
You bet.
By himself. And it was good to see that emotion come out. Glad he's going to be there. And then straight. So we played, other than LSU, we played the best team left in the Super Regional.
I know.
Now we will play the other best team.
I know.
Go straight into it again. I mean, look, at some point you got to beat them, right?
Yeah.
At some point you're going to play them. It's just, and who knew that Texas and Vandy and it's been a disappointing year for the SEC, except they do have the 2 best teams left, but they're going to play one another.
The first game. It is. It's and then you go back to look. If you look at the big picture for the Razorbacks and Dave Van Horn, his 8th World Series while being in Arkansas, the 12th overall. Norm DeBron had 4, so that's 12 altogether. And but again, he will always be judged on can he win the whole thing. And this team's got a shot. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do it or not, Bill, but it's fun. It's fun to be in the darn conversation. He mentioned yesterday, hey, listen, you this team, going to Omaha is like winning a trophy. He qualified it as it's like winning a championship, getting to Omaha, and he's right. To be the final 8, it's like getting to the playoffs of the NCAA football playoff. I mean, to get there is an accomplishment. Now he knows
that's an accomplishment.
He knows the ultimate payoff is got to win it, but just getting there, it's hard to get there. It's hard to get to Omaha. Yeah. And you saw that
it
with
look kind of easy, but yes.
Yeah, you saw the emotion there yesterday that proved that.
Yes.
And I heard a little bit of your talk yesterday. I tell you what, we won't dive into the judge signing off on the settlement until we come back. But I heard you chopping it up. Heard you chopping it up. College sports is no longer amateur unless you're talking NAIA, Division III maybe. You've got, the money is not the issue down there like it is on the FBS level.
And we can push it back because there's a lot at play in the settlement. I mean, the NCAA and the conferences could have been on the hook for over $20 billion.
Yeah.
And just in the settlement itself,
oh my God,
the lawyers are going to walk away with $400 million.
I heard you. 400. I think $450 million. Is it 400 or 450? Bill,
I think it's 475 actually.
Yeah, so half a billion dollars.
Almost $500 million. Yeah.
Good Lord, have mercy.
Yeah,
just
legal fees.
Yeah, the whole NIL component of this is interesting to see. Yes. I still think there's gonna be some bumps in the road on this thing. I don't think it's a clear path to victory quite yet. But at least they, don't you say? Would you say college amateurism is now dead officially at the highest level? Yeah,
it's been dead.
It's been
for
dead.
Some
Yeah, that's
time,
right. That's right.
But
officially,
it's now sort of officially dead, and we no longer have student athletes. We have athletic ambassadors.
Yeah.
For the university, and which is good. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay too, as long as we recognize it and understand it, and it does bring with it a different dynamic. But I think, too, as I said yesterday on the show, it's just a matter of time before this new college athletics commission or college football commission has to go down to Dallas and put SMU under the death penalty. Because they're going to have some boosters down there that are going to violate the new rules, and it's just a matter of time. So,
yeah, that's that is probably true. A couple things as we go to break. You got Miss Arkansas coming up this weekend. You got All Arkansas Preps Banquet that I'm emceeing coming up this weekend, Roger. Got Father's Day coming up this weekend. We're going to see Terry Bradshaw and Branson on Sunday, Bill. Tuesday.
That's our Father's Day present to each other.
Tuesday night, it looks like it's official. Sports Betting 101 for Women is full. It's sold out.
Wow.
So good job, ladies. Wow. Bill, you're not on the list, but if you'd like to be.
Is there a reason you're out of town during that, Bill? I mean, or do you not want anything to happen?
Listen,
I'm listening.
I can think of no worse place for me to be than around a room full of women and gambling all at the same time.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm excited about being with you at Restaurant very soon, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So
we got
soon.
David and Bill night out.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Oh, Bill and Dave's excellent adventure. Yeah.
I can't wait for to tell everybody about when we come back. What a great new restaurant. And how about the dude, I don't know if you heard, Bill, because you're down in Tampa, Grant Harden, the former police chief who was in prison for murder and rape, gets a mile away from the prison. That's it. 2 weeks, he gets a mile away. Idiot. What a great planning there, Bub. Jeez.
I knew he was down in Zihuatanejo waiting on Morgan Freeman to show up. I just knew that,
I miss my friend.
I miss my friend. Listen, they're working on his boat.
Sounds like the guy, if he wanted to, could have snuck back in his cell. And nobody would have got it.
Yeah, wouldn't even known it.
Yeah.
Could have pulled a Hogan's Heroes.
He could have done it.
Exactly.
He could have
All
done
right,
it.
do not go away. More from Bill Vickery. It's 8:30.
Morning Mayhem wants to know, is it fact or is it crap? Listen each week for your chance to play, presented by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, your local energy partners.
This is Sports Center.
The Arkansas Razorback baseball team advanced to the College World Series for the 12th time in program history on Sunday, beating the defending national champion Tennessee Volunteers 11-4 at the Fayetteville Super Regional at Baum-Walker Stadium. The big blast coming from Logan Maxwell in the fourth inning.
The 1-2 to Maxwell. Hit in the air, left field, gonna carry. Going back is Bargo. Bargo's at the wall, he leaps out of here. A grand slam by Logan Maxwell.
Charles Davalon and Brent Iredale added home runs for the Razorbacks. They'll face LSU in their first game in Omaha on Saturday. LSU beating West Virginia to advance. That game time should be announced later this week. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We have a slight chance of a shower today, otherwise partly cloudy and warm up to 87 degrees. Tonight, humidity begins to drop. We'll be mostly clear, drop off to 63, and really warm for Tuesday, mostly sunny and high of 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from Fletcher Dodge here in Sherwood. Our employee pricing program was such a big hit for May. We're going to do it again in June. We had a fantastic month, and you really responded. Remember, employee pricing simply means you pay what we pay. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. Folks, it is no gimmicks, no hoops. You pay what we pay. Only Fletcher Dodge has the discounts in addition to employee pricing of up to $14,000 and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Got some other great deals. New Jeep Wranglers, $7,000 off. New Jeep Compasses for only $379 a month with no money down. Don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved in minutes right on the internet. FletcherCredit.com. At Fletcher Dodge, we're always going to give you the best price and the lowest finance rates. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now, for a limited time, get 2.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 7th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 1037 The Buzz app.
From the lakes in Garland County to the hills of Fayetteville, across the Arkansas Delta, the pride that we all feel, from Ashdown up to Piggott, sing it, Van Buren to DeWitt. Well, there's pride in every Arkansan's heart. It'll fight and never quit. Sing it, Todd. Well, I'm proud to be a Razorback in the land of opportunity, where I'll stand and cheer and shed a tear and shout, woo, pig suey, and I proudly stand up and call the Hogs, and I watch them win today. Well, there ain't no team I'd rather see.
Sing it, Bill.
God bless the U of A.
How about that, Bill Vickery? You're not getting that on Sirius today.
No, you're not getting
that on Sirius.
No, you're not going to get that anywhere. No.
No, and you've got Arkansas's version of Nipsey Russell.
You know what?
And Roger
you can
there.
say all you want there. Your Arkansas's version. You better watch it. You better watch it.
That's a compliment.
I'll take it as a compliment. I'll take it.
Bill is down in Tampa. You've got the Panthers back in action tonight versus Edmonton. Listen, the first two games have been or matches. What do you call them? Games or matches? I don't even know. They're overtime matchups. But yeah, that's are you into hockey since the hockey's so big in South Florida?
Tampa is a big hockey town.
I know.
The Lightning here, they've had a great run, a couple of Stanley Cups, and they're in the playoffs on a regular basis, and it's a big sport down here. So, but I really don't know much about it. So I just go because they have great beer.
Yes.
And the place is always full and exciting.
We talked about having the Bill and Dave's adventure at So.
Yes.
What do we need to do on that? Do we need to do it at the bar, or do we need to rent out in front of the place?
So I'm going to be at So this coming weekend.
Okay.
And so I will make preparations for the Bill and David night at So.
Okay.
Make it Bill and David's excellent adventure at So. You got to play on the
Roger, I want you and me to go and share a sack. Share the chocolate sack there for dessert. It is the best.
Wow.
Is that right? It's called the chocolate sack?
So is Joe Franklin
Chocolate
going?
sack,
Is that what you're talking about? Is Joe Franklin going?
Yeah.
It's chocolate.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking
No.
about? No.
It's the most unique dessert in the state of Arkansas.
Well, sure it is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most unique
Well,
dessert.
you know what?
Father's Day, take your hubby or your pops to show
maybe
get him a
both.
chocolate sack.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
either one of those. Yes, either one of those. 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. We got Bill Vickery hanging out with us down in Tampa. What do you have plans for Father's Day, Bill? Do you do anything for Father's Day?
That's why he's out of town.
So it's we'll have a conversation probably over the phone, and
yes.
He's a little bit stoic, the same way that I am. Yes. So it'll be a how are you, that kind of stuff. So one would not call the Vickery men emotional.
Yes,
so,
you're not Dave. You're not Dave Van Horn.
Not
Dave Van Horn.
Well, no, he's not emotional either. He just got emotional. So
yes.
So anyway,
yes. Do you plan to go to Omaha at all? Do you plan to make an appearance in Omaha?
So this is my buddy Mitchell Lowe and I watched Shaddy and the foul tip and all of that, and then that night we got excited and said, "Screw it!" And we got plane tickets and we got on a plane the next morning for the final game. Showed up and then of course we got destroyed. So I'm worried that I might have been bad luck showing up in Omaha.
Right.
And I knew this. Whatever your tickets say, there's going to be 5 rain delays. So don't worry about it. There's going to be 17 rain delays. So it could take 4 weeks to play that to play the tournament. I'm kidding, but
I know it's done that before. Yeah, it's done that before where it's just been extended forever. It is quite the production. It's, of course, Toddy P is a Nebraska guy, and you say, Todd, the city goes crazy when all the teams roll in, right?
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah. It is a unique setup. It's the only thing close to it that I can think of is what we do with the SEC tournament, which is always in Hoover, it seems, where you got one city that owns the basically that I guess they guaranteed money to the NCAA to continue to do it there.
Listen, and we've got people on the D3 Auto Sales text line, Bill, that are praying and begging us. They will pay us not to go to Omaha.
It's bad luck.
Baz and I, because they consider it bad luck. But I think we broke that. And how much more do you not just love Cam because he is look forward to his mama's fried chicken? That's every Arkansan's plea.
Again, in the heartland, Nebraska farm boy leading the Razorbacks in front of his family, sleeping in his own childhood bed, all of the cliches that you almost would be laughed out of a pitch meeting in Hollywood if you cast it. But, of course, truth is always stranger and more fantastic than fiction is.
For sure.
And so, on the 75th anniversary of the CWS being in Omaha.
Is that what this is, 75th? Yeah. Do they gouge you pretty good on rooms and VRBOs and stuff in Nebraska, Todd? Do you know?
Some hotels do. I'm sure Airbnbs might be the same way, but I've never stayed in an Airbnb, so I don't know how any of that works.
There's one time, Roger.
I can't imagine that
go ahead, Bill.
I can't imagine the tourist season in Omaha is very widespread.
Yeah, correct.
So this is the one time to really jack them up real good.
Yeah, I would think so. Roger and I had a chance to go with Greg Hatcher and a fun group, and went down to Rocco's where they had the Jello shots and all that. Cool little thing. It's sort of gotten out of hand where it's really not based on people ordering and then drinking them. They're just buying them by the cases just so they can say they've raised money for charity. But it is.
And they were processed and shipped in from somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably on some cargo ship out of Beijing. But now I think they're doing them.
Yeah.
Supply chain. Yeah, I think so.
David and Roger, what's interesting is the rise in popularity and watching ESPN market the market college baseball along with softball. And you can see that is the next sort of level of coverage that ESPN is going to devote to and build that sport up, because it's gone from, in today's business climate, college baseball and even now softball, they have gone from sports that they were consistent money losers to now those sports are break even or even some degree of revenue production for the university. And you clearly see that with the Razorbacks. They've clearly done a great job, poured some resources in. Obviously, Dave Van Horn is the big difference maker. But now, given the way that ESPN is able to cover the sport and the run through the tournament, and it's it's primetime programming on ESPN, it's college baseball. I mean, college baseball was the lead in to Yankees Red Sox yesterday on ESPN.
How about that?
So it's you can just tell it's developing as the next big thing from the collegiate sports landscape, and ESPN is going to pour some resources into it.
Also, Bree Ellis yesterday got her, I guess it was Saturday rather, for the Talons. Got her first hit in RBI. It's interesting that new league, the Athletes Unlimited Softball League. Yeah. They don't have hometowns yet. They don't have home bases. They just their rotation.
Floaters.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters rotate, or the
absolutely.
Bananarama's banana group, or whatever that group is.
Yeah, banana.
Which is fine for now. They
split.
try to see if they can create some interest, and but good for her. Did want to ask you too. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say this. Hey, I went. This is from one of our listeners from the 501. I went to Seoul on Friday for our anniversary after hearing last Monday on the show. Place was great. Waiter we had was awesome. Thanks for working with the locals. Yeah, it is really. It is a really unique place. Yeah, it's really a cool place, a cool atmosphere.
And it's the chef, and the food is fantastic. The menu is awesome, and the staff. That's just it. You get, if you go once, you're treated like a local. It's in that quaint little spot right there. It's got a nice little feel to it. It doesn't have any kind of big corporate antiseptic feel. You go in, and you get you a nice cocktail. That is a great spot, and that is not uncommon to have people go in to celebrate a little event and leave and go, wow, that was a great. And if you're in the doghouse, how do you get out of the doghouse, David? Take her to Seoul.
Dang straight. By the way, I want to apologize to the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. According to Rodney Wagner, a buddy of mine out there, says today the golf tournament is not at Pleasant Valley. It's at Chenal.
Come on, Bass.
So I was trying. What did we just do at Pleasant Valley? That was Justin Morris deal. That's what I got confused. All right. And you got the Simmons Bank Classic over there. All right, today, Bill. Today is National Earl Day. Now, Roger, I've written down. Don't answer yet. I've written down the Earl that I think that Bill Vickery is going to say. The only thing I will say, we've already said Earl Weaver, so don't go sports. I want you to name the Earl that comes to famous Earl.
No sports?
No, I'm going to see. I'm going to see if you get this one.
Oh, I got one.
I'm going to try to
throw it his way.
Telepathy. I'm putting my fingers to my my temples. I'm thinking very hard to Bill. Think about this. Think about non-sports famous Earl in the. I'll say domestic. Don't think international. Who are you gonna go with?
My first thought is former U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice Earl Warren.
Okay, look. That's what I have. Wow. I'm showing it right down. Yes, I said
that. Thing I think more unfortunate than to have soft, chubby, fat-looking children.
Wow, come on,
Earl. How about that? He got it.
Wow. You got Earl Warren.
Good job,
Earl Warren.
Chief Justice. That's exactly right.
And what was the name of the report that they sent out about the assassination?
Warren Commission.
Nailed it.
Outstanding. Yeah. Of course, if you went sports, what would you go?
Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell was my first.
Wow.
Roger, you went Earl the Pearl.
I went Earl the Pearl Monroe.
And Todd, you went Earl Weaver.
I went Earl Weaver, but I just thought of another one.
Who's that?
Professional bowler Earl Anthony.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God. Is he the one that says?
Yeah.
It's you,
look at me.
Not me. Look at you, or whatever. Is that him?
Oh, please tell me it is.
How does it go, Bill?
No, that was Pete Weber.
Oh, Pete Weber.
Wow, you know what?
How does that go? What does he say? He says,
"Who do you think you are?"
I am anyway. The greatest comeback to a 10-year-old by a grown man in history, except when Bill got on to RJ about his guessing prowess.
Right. Well, when I told him a monkey could do his job.
That's exactly right.
And David saw it. David was there for the infamous 5K showdown where
he tripped a kid,
right? Where I won, yes. And RJ was brought to the finish line on a golf cart.
Wow.
Everybody says the Earl of Sandwich.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
What is that?
The Hawaiian Islands.
I've never heard of that. I must have missed out on
that. What about the Duke of Earl?
There's
a whole song about
We
him.
mentioned that a second ago. Of course,
Yes.
what's the other one, Roger?
Goodbye, Earl.
Dixie Chicks, yes.
And I've got another one that is where Earl is mentioned that was sent to me by a listener.
Earl Hickey from My Name is Earl, underrated show.
Oh, yeah, that's a show.
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah, you know that show. You know that
It's
show.
also National Donald.
Queen of My Double Wide Trailer mentions Earl in there, and
Is
I'm
that
told
right?
that person wrote that song and Goodbye Earl.
Also National Donald Duck Day. We're still looking for somebody to do Donald Duck Go, Hawks Go, Whoop
Can you do it, Bill?
Can you do Donald Duck?
Not at
Can
all.
you do
Not
any
even
Warner Brothers cartoon
not
character?
Not even gonna try. Foghorn Leghorn. I say.
I
say.
Hey, don't forget, coming up, we've got Finish the Lyric. Justin Moore's Finish the Lyric, brought to you by Honda of Russellville. Happens, Bill. He will sing a song. Stop singing. You've got to finish the lyric.
Finish the lyric.
Now, these are songs you would know, but you got to be able to do it. And they get we ought to figure out what we're giving away for
We'll
that.
figure out what we're going to give them away. We might give them a free night in Bill's Little Rock home while he's in Tampa.
I love it. All right, don't go away. 848.
Summer's here, y'all. It's time to make memories with your friends and your family. But fellas, don't let low testosterone steal those times from you, man. Get TRT at Low T Center. Don't jack around with online TRT services either, man. Sure, they're easy, but more times than not, you end up spending hundreds of dollars on unreliable test kits and waiting days for lab results before you even know if you qualify. If you need TRT, you need to trust the experts at Low T Center. They've been changing patients' lives for over 15 years. That's right. They are the OGs. They are the pioneers of TRT. You better believe it. There's never been a better time to call Low T Center. Right now, you can get a free medical consultation and a free T-test. And with Low T's on-site lab, if you qualify, you can start treatments that day. With convenient locations across Arkansas, you can be seen by one of Low T Center's healthcare professionals and get started right away. By the way, if you're looking to lose a few pounds, Low T Center has prescription weight loss options available. Most major insurances are accepted. Don't wait, fellas. Go right now to fixmylowt.com to book your appointment. That's fixmylowt.com. You'll be glad you did.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has been selling and servicing boats and motors for over 40 years. Their certified, experienced technicians are factory trained and authorized for Mercury, Yamaha, Suzuki, and more. Their service department offers everything from diagnostics and maintenance to powerhead repairs. And now they also have a no-hauling, no-hassle repair option at your location in the Little Rock and Hot Springs service areas. Your place or ours, Trader Bill's provides honest, dependable, and convenient marine sales, service, and repair.
Most people think HR is pushing out payroll and filling out forms, but you know better. You're looking to shape culture, drive strategy, and truly lead people. And on June 24th, you can be seen and heard at the TPC Together Conference. Attend sessions to help grow and strengthen your organization and connect with a community that actually gets what you do. June 24th at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in Springfield. Space is limited, so register now for the HR event that's redefining what's possible. The TPC Together Conference.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas started with 50, then 30. Now we've reached the final days. Looking for 20 homeowners to participate in our Spring Into Savings event and receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover is looking to evaluate our exciting new product lines in real bathroom conditions, including our revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall system. That's right, you'll be compensated for your time just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. Final days, 20 homeowners who call 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 50% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 0% interest financing, senior and military discounts, receive a $200 Visa gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Hawks Homes presents Morning Mayhem movie reviews each week on 103.7 The Buzz. Hawks Homes can help you design your new home, duck club, or lake house. And if you don't have land, Hawks Homes can help you find it. Find them online at hawkshomes.net.
If athletes coast to coast can have a coach to help them become winners, why can't you, a radio listener, have a radio coach? I, Craig O'Neill, now volunteer for that position with this idea. Join the Little Rock Racket Club. 30% off the joining fee, and you get all these swimming pools, all these different ways to stay in shape. So much fun during the summer and beyond. Your Little Rock Racket Club. Join now. And if you don't, I'm going to make you run laps and do push-ups.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Bart Reed, made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 1037 The Buzz.
All right, it is 8:52, wrapping up things with Bill Vickery down in Tampa. We want to thank So Restaurant on Kavanaugh for sponsoring Bill. If you don't have your plans for Father's Day, take him this weekend to So. Yeah, you can check him out online as well. Also, too, Roger and I are taking another road trip Sunday. It means like almost every weekend we've gone somewhere. We're going to
I made a mistake. I said last week that we were going to be 3 Mondays in a row that we were somewhere, and I erred in that. It'll be 2 Mondays, miss one, and go to the exact. Sort of like the Cowboys championships.
Yeah, Bill, we're going to go up and watch Terry Bradshaw do his show in Branson on Sunday night. Yeah, that'll be fun. You ought to go with us, man.
Oh, wow.
Listen, this is what you need to do.
Sunday night, I'll be out of town.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Now listen, have you talked to them yet, Bass, about us coming?
Who?
The Bradshaws.
Yes.
Does Terry know that he should probably call me up on stage to sing a song? I want to be prepared.
Right. I do not know. I do not know. 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of this show. Coming up, we'll have a graffiti brought to you by Fence Brokers. We'll check in with Josh Neighbors, who's been up covering the tournament thanks to Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
Yes, they're the meat people, you know.
That's exactly right. There's so many activities going on, Bill. It's just a lot to juggle. We're trying to put in a trip to Graceland. We're going to watch a Cardinals baseball game coming up. I mean, it's all kind of activity.
We are living our best life, Bill. It was also, where is it? 147 years ago in 1978. This is the one I think you wanted me to do. After a 148-year ban, the Mormons declared black men could be priests. Way to go, Mormons.
Wow.
How about that? Richard Pryor suffered third-degree burns on most of his body freebasing on this date.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was who had
Adam West died 8 years ago.
Who had the worst fire experience? Michael Jackson or Richard Pryor? I think it's Richard Pryor, right?
No doubt. Yeah.
I think Pryor his body got the worst of it, and then he did a great comedian that he was. He did a great set about being on fire.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He showed a match.
So let's see if Bill can get this one, Roger. On this day, 52 years ago. 52 years ago, something major happened in 1973. Let's just say maybe the greatest of all time.
The history of the world.
The greatest of all time, 1973.
So was Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle.
I knew that you thought that I was going there because I acted like I was Muhammad Ali saying the greatest of all time. But it is not the sport of boxing. Roger's
Secretariat.
Secretariat is correct.
Wins the Belmont in a record time.
That is correct.
26 links, I think she won by, or something like that.
Greatest, one of the greatest performances in sports history. Roger and I, it was 10 years ago, this past Friday, that he and I were at the Belmont watching American Pharaoh do it. We just got through hanging out with President Clinton up there. What a great! That was the first Triple Crown winner in 36 years at that time.
Have I heard of it?
On a more crazy note, something that you and I probably could appreciate, Bill, 31 years ago on this day, Lisa Left Eye Lopes of TLC set fire to the mansion of Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Andre Rison. Remember that story?
She done burnt it down.
She did. Roger, remember we got on that the other day, and I was trying to think. I was getting her confused with I was getting her the TLC. Is that Beyonce? Is that TLC? No?
You were getting that confused with Salt and Pepper?
I get that. Is Beyonce with TLC? No,
Destiny's Child.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
We don't know all of our African American female groups.
I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not
We
sorry.
do know the difference between New Kids on the Block and what's the one with Whitney Houston's ex-husband?
Now, I will say this. This is a guy I wanted to mention.
We know those.
I wanted to mention a birthday. A lot of people think that they're trying to figure out who Bill Vickery reminds him of.
Right.
And
Yeah.
one is this actor.
I think we lost
the
him.
great Johnny Depp. The great Johnny Depp today is having a birthday.
Ooh, crazy
Get
women.
out of here.
Crap in the bed.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
I'm
that.
just throwing it out. Spitballing here.
Who do you think he's closer to? Robert Downey, this was about Bill Vickery, Robert Downey Jr. Or Johnny Depp?
Well, I've done things with Bill that statute of limitations.
Oh, listen,
is not
I
over
forgot
with.
about that.
My favorite statue.
Oh my gosh, we always talk about him and Vickery. We forget about you and or your son and Vickery. I've almost forgot about
Well,
that.
I'm thinking about something even prior to that.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Old days.
Yeah.
The old days.
Well, Bill,
old, yeah.
thank your fine
Thank you,
sponsor
Bill.
as you get out of here, my butt.
Yes, our favorite spot, David. So restaurant right there on Kavanaugh, in kind of in between Hillcrest and the Heights, right there on the turn. You will not. Spectacular staff, amazing food, wonderful experience. You go once and you will go back. I promise you. Take somebody that's significant to you because they'll appreciate it.
Well said there, Bill. All right, buddy. Will you be back in town next week?
Yes, tonight.
Hopefully we'll be. Hey,
tonight.
think about this. Hopefully next Monday we will talk about the Razorbacks either having won the national championship or playing for the national championship, one or the other by next Monday. Hope that's the case.
Let's hope so.
All right,
Fingers
buddy.
crossed.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Safe travels.
All right, we've got graffiti coming up, Roger, next. We got to finish the lyric coming up next. Do not go
fun
away.
Fun hour. And Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now, for a limited time, get 2.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 7. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Don't worry, we don't understand ourselves either. 1037 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
State police are investigating a crash that left one driver dead and a Garland County deputy injured. The sheriff's office says Deputy Gavin Mason was driving down Martin Luther King Expressway when another vehicle crossed the center line and hit his patrol car. Mason's car flipped, but he is expected to be okay. The other driver died in the crash. Their name has not been released. A third suspect has been arrested in connection to the deadly shooting at Conway's Fifth Avenue Park in April. Kedrick Johnson was taken into custody in Pine Bluff for his involvement in the shooting that left 2 people dead and 9 others hurt. He is now facing charges of capital murder, attempted murder, and terrorism. Police say his brother, Kamari Johnson, is still wanted. Anyone who knows where he is or sees him is asked to call police. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Coach Kevin Kelly on The Zone, presented by your locally owned Little Rock Athletic and Racket Club. It's pool season. Join today and save 30% off the joining fees. LRAC.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a partly cloudy Monday across central Arkansas with a slight chance of a shower. Otherwise, pretty warm, up to 87 degrees. Now, late this afternoon, we'll see the clouds clearing. It'll become mostly sunny. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 63. And tomorrow, warm, mostly sunny at 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. No one understands that better than Baptist Health. They support you on your wellness journey wherever it may lead. Baptist Health really is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Baptist Health provides a range of essential screenings for vital areas such as your heart, prostate, and colon, coupled with comprehensive and personalized care. They utilize state-of-the-art robotic surgeries to ensure faster recoveries and significantly less pain for their patients. You can always rely on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be delivered with Christian compassion. It's no accident that they are recognized as Arkansas's most trusted and innovative healthcare system. Their commitment to excellence is evident in every aspect of their service. When you need a partner in wellness, visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
At Mosquito Joe, our passion is making outside fun again. One of the most popular ways of achieving that goal is with a mosquito misting system. Mosquito Joe misting systems can be installed discreetly around your backyard, patio, boat dock, anywhere you're getting bogged.
The really cool thing about Mosquito Joe misting systems is that they mist automatically every day when mosquitoes are most active. And, if I want to, I can operate the system on my phone with a super easy-to-use app.
Mosquito misting systems. Just one more way Mosquito Joe makes outside fun again.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
So Restaurant and Bar is open under new management. Original chef Joseph Salguero is back with a unique menu. So Restaurant and Bar has been around since 2006 in the heart of Little Rock's historic Hillcrest neighborhood on Kavanaugh Boulevard. Experience fine dining right in your backyard. They offer 3 separate event spaces or the ability to rent out the restaurant for any type of event or party, plus multiple catering options. View their menu, make reservations, or rent their event space at SoRestaurantAR.com. SoRestaurantAR.com.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. Last month our Employee Pricing Plus program was a huge success, so we're going to do it again in June. Employee pricing means you pay what we pay, and you get all the rebates. Everybody qualifies for employee pricing. No gimmicks, no hoops to jump through. Only at Fletcher Dodge do we have discounts up to $14,000 off trucks and finance rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Come in today and get employee pricing plus 3.9% financing for 72 months on all new Ram trucks. New Jeep Wranglers up to $7,000 off. And the all new Jeep Compass 4-wheel drive for only $379 a month. And that's with no money down. And again, don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-approved in minutes. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound, with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David Bazzel, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
All right, 9:06 on this Monday, June 9th. Glad you're with us. Had a fun show today. Chris Curry was in earlier. Chris Kane off today. He's celebrating his 12th wedding anniversary on some undisclosed island with Chelsea, his wife.
Wow.
And yeah,
Same with Vickery.
No Pat Bradley today.
I don't know who you are.
I don't know what happened to Pat. He disappeared on us, but we did have Chris Curry, who was great, who's the head baseball coach for the Trojans. He talked about Arkansas having faced both LSU and Arkansas, about what great of a game that's going to be Saturday night. Then Camp Kosel was outstanding.
I don't care who you are.
Hopefully we can get those posted later today if you missed it. That really, really good stuff.
They are already done.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's already done.
Hey, Todd, you do me a favor. You see this? I want people to look at your cameras right now. Here's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you a double side of the Arkansas-Tennessee stat sheet right here. Is that what's the official call? What would you? Was this stat sheet?
The box score.
Box score. Boom. Box score. And look at this right here. Look at it. See that right there? See those two sheets right there? That right there. When you listen to any big time radio or TV, news, sports show, whatever it may be, they say, let's go to call cut 24. Boom. There it is right there, because that's what I want. I know what they are.
All right, coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thank
we'll
you, Todd.
Graffiti brought to you by Fence Brokers. We also have Finish the Lyric coming up by sponsored by Honda of Russellville. Don't forget, now the only thing left as far as, sports betting 101 for women, it's sold out. Thank you to Cash and Oaklawn Sports. And Heather Baker at A1 Amp Magazine. We got Countdown to Kickoff coming up July 24th. Yep. Go to LittleRockHall.com or the Buzz website. Bobby Petrino, Taylon Green, Niall Davis, and Casey Dick. Do want to thank our presenting sponsor, Fletcher Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And our man Frank for making sure
Thanks, Frank.
Taking care of this. We appreciate that. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get this sucker cranked up, Raji Dodge. Let's go. Let's roll with it. Yep. While you're looking for that, we'll be visiting with Josh Neighbors. Our coverage of all the postseason play is brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant, and we'll see what happens for Omaha.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
The whole sheet's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to keep looking. There's my sheet right there.
Tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, that we're going to be at a very unique location downtown. If any of you have been downtown, there's a big white building called the Boyle Building. It's been around since 1909. If you go back and look at the early pictures of the city of Little Rock, it was there when, think about 1909, it was there. It stood out among all the other buildings, and it's really been empty for the last 25 or 30 years, and Tim Griffin, the Attorney General, came in and ended up buying it. The state did because he felt they were wasting money in their other arrangement, and it is absolutely fantastic. So a lot of history there. Love the downtown area. It's really cool. We'll be hanging out there tomorrow. I'm also going to be at the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament today. That should be interesting.
Where is that?
Whoever has me at Chenal Country Club, whoever has me on their team, I apologize in advance.
Oh, very good, very good. I will not be playing at that game.
Yes.
I will be going to get my B12 shots, and then I'll get ready for tomorrow's show, and then I'll get ready for Betting 101, and then Wednesday night I'll be at Pop's Lounge for Comedy Night for the first of 2 shows this month at Pop's Lounge. Then I'll go home on my way home Wednesday night thinking about what I'm going to be doing Thursday night at Mainline Sports Bar for trivia. Friday I'll come home and probably just admire my life. And then Saturday, get ready to go judge the bikini contest at Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort.
It's time for Razorback Graffiti, sponsored by Fence Brokers. Looking for fencing materials? Call Fence Brokers today at 501-847-8811. Now you know the drill.
I know the
One
drill.
sentence and one sentence only.
We've had a few weeks off from graffiti.
Yeah, we did.
2 weeks off. So look, the phone lines are already lit. Let's go.
We're going to go to Dave Ramsey. I wonder if your soap bars will call in. Let's go to the phones real quick. Dave Ramsey.
This Dave Ramsey offer of financial freedom. Why don't you put these? See if I can get instead of out there grinding.
They need some help, Dave.
Boy,
they
Dave.
need some help. Way too many
Attaboy,
shows for
Dave.
76 years old.
Hello, fake Sterling.
Morning, guys. Morning, guys. The only thing cleaner than a clean sweep of the Tennessee Volunteers is your local family market, and that's the truth.
We saw Fake Sterling at Family Market,
We
remember?
sure did. He is
He's great. Great to see
outstanding.
him.
Outstanding. Hog freaking wild.
Hey, Tennessee fans, last week
weekend.
I'm sorry, I had to keep doing that. Who's this?
Rogers Motorcycle Upgrade. What is
Let me
that?
hear it. Let me hear it.
I think it was
Well,
that.
we were doing motorcycle sounds. Weren't we doing that when we were down at Reynolds Suzuki? When we were doing motorcycle
Oh, that's
sounds?
right, we were.
Tell me, what is the upgrade? I don't
know.
understand. Hello, Joe.
I couldn't care less at the ball.
I haven't heard from him in a long time. Yeah.
Always good to hear from you, Joe. Savage.
Thanks to Roger, I'm a proud 409er.
409er.
I don't know what that
Is
is.
he getting up at 409?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he is or not.
661-1037.
Hey, it's Carl Shapp. Hey, Carl.
Mm-hmm. It's okay for Dave Van Horn to get a little misty-eyed. Not.
That's making fun of Trey Shapp.
That's
AI
outstanding.
Shapp.
That's
Yeah,
AI
man.
Carl Shapp.
Yeah.
That is a combo.
Yes.
That is outstanding. Hey, it's Oh Dirty Red. What's up, Clint? Clint?
Chicken. Because he's Gulf of America.
No,
He
sorry.
said something about Gulf of America.
Yeah,
think is
I
what
don't
he said.
understand. Hey, Rogers upgraded motorcycle.
Can you remember how you did it the other day?
Tennessee Vols baseball.
Anybody
Oh, outstanding.
So good.
Outstanding.
My gosh, you were so
Very-
good.
That was perfect.
Brother Maxwell.
Is there no one else?
Oh, are you not entertained? Is there no one else? Is that what he's saying? Maximilius or whatever his
I
name
got
is?
it the second time. My Maximilius
Yes.
Portis Clintonus. Hello, Zach.
The only thing that sucks worse than the orange of Texas
You can end it with fake Sterling. Brian.
that win.
Yes, yes.
But he's not using his soap.
Hey, you know what? Last night it was in the bed last night. Ready for this? Fantastic China. Boom.
Oh my gosh, you are nasty.
I'm not nasty.
Well, listen, when you put food on this countertop, and I know what's been on that counter. RJ used to sit over there.
My stomach is a man's stomach. It can deal with the germs that come
Let
with
me
that.
tell you something. I followed
Doesn't
you
bother
into
me.
a bathroom too, pal. Hey, Clint Sterner.
Hell, Chief, this ain't no Tarantino period piece, hog boss. If low T is keeping you from your county land, you know what to do. Get them T levels checked.
Oh my gosh, I'm choking on my own spit. Hello, Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe.
Hey, kinetic.
Oh boy.
I don't know what that is. That a sexual thing? Is that what he's talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Let's see if this line works out. Let's see if it's working.
Go ahead.
Keeping it real, Stan.
Hey, I know Stan's gonna look at them Omaha. But what you gonna do now?
Yeah, he's got to be sweating a little bit now because you remember he used to rail on Dave Van Horn, never win a national championship.
He rails
too.
on everybody.
He does.
Hello, Tony Vitello.
Hey, good morning, the SEC office. This entire series is going to be under review.
Oh,
he didn't like so Arkansas got a little mouthy there for a while.
Oh, I like the end of it anyway.
Yeah.
David's popcorn.
I'm in the bed waiting for you.
That is freaky yet very funny. Tim.
Like I say.
Stupidest.
By the
but
way,
most loving family this station has.
we'll have Will McIntyre on Wednesday, and he was interviewed by Hogs Plus, and he said, you know what he called Omaha? Promised Land. Promised Land.
Oh, nice.
To the Promised Land. So
Nice.
good stuff
I
there.
like it.
Looking forward to seeing him.
Oh, here's one from the 501. Roger ain't big enough to ride a motorcycle. A Vespa and Pall Mall 100 suits him better.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. 661-1037. What you got up there, right? Brandon, what you got, Brandon? Broke. Well, I hadn't had that in a long time.
Well, you know what?
Yes.
Maybe taking a hiatus has brought a few of them out. Is this David Bazzel? Hey, David Bazzel Jr.
Baz. Hey, Baz. Baz Jr. Gosh.
Are you there?
Hey, Daddy. She didn't swallow.
Oh, my word. Yeah. I think I got that.
Yeah,
if you heard it online, but you didn't get that on the radio. But thanks for calling, little Bass. UPS Todd.
Hey, Tony. Van Horn's your daddy.
He sure has been. What is it? Was he 11? I think he's 11 of 12 now against him.
I
Wow.
think you're right. I think those were the numbers that you threw up. So he threw out his daddy. So we had your boy on and then Vitello's daddy on. Eric Musselman, what do you have to say?
What's up, fellas? How come Van Horn don't take his shirt off after big wins? Come on, man.
Yeah, only two people take their shirts off more than anybody. Other than you in this studio is Musselman and Pat Bradley.
Yes.
Pat just takes it. He'll take it off at dinner. Hey, Dr. Now.
To have the surgery.
You know what? Here's the other
what?
thing. It's surgery. Why didn't anybody call about your soap, your lack of soap usage?
Because not everybody goes through a bar of soap in a month.
David, you do go to a
No,
bar.
man.
If you shower daily.
No, it's just.
If you shower
What do you
daily.
scrub? You scrub the darn thing. I mean, you're scrubbing down on the darn soap bar, man. Or you've got skinny soap bars. You don't have one from Wrapped. I'm just telling you.
Of course you scrub.
You didn't do it. I want a picture every day of your soap.
Like, you know what?
I want a picture every day of your soap.
I'll show you my soap.
I'll bet you $100 you can't go through unless you're doing it if you're faking it.
Well, hold on.
With a cheese grater.
Hold on. Here's the thing. On a bar of soap, not only do I have a bar of soap, I will take the little bitties. It's as thin as the slice of garlic. I will take that last bar of soap because I'm a bar of soap, not a soft guy, and slap it on the new bar of soap. It's continual.
I know that trick.
Okay, but here's
I've been
the
doing
thing.
that trick all my life.
So have I. But I use a bar of soap. Now, I use, I forget what brand. I'll show you the brand.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long they last.
Yeah.
But it don't last me a month.
I think it's longer than you think. I think we need to test this.
But
theory.
Basil, that big. You gave me that. When did you give me that bar of soap? You gave it to me after you started using yours.
Yeah, it's been.
Basil, but here's the deal.
You went through that whole thing.
Yes, David.
Wow. Let's go. Here we go.
And we're not finished with this conversation.
Zach, what's up? That's Zach
Very
Root.
good,
That's
Zach Root.
Root.
Arkansas Razorback team.
We're not doggy pile until we win the national championship.
I did like that. We had talked about that. They didn't do the dog pile after the game was over.
Okay.
They just shook hands and they got more business. They got more things to do.
Well, then do it. Hello, George. That's right, George. You sure did. RJ's ode to Tennessee.
Dearly beloved.
All right. I want to say thanks to Chris Walker and Fence Brokers. I'm going to be playing with Chris today, Roger. Awesome. Now, Chris, you're only going to get about 9 good holes out of me today.
That's pretty good.
So that's about as good as I can do. I'm going to be I'm going to be the weak link.
No,
I appreciate
You're an
Chris.
excellent
Chris always supporting so many good causes.
He sure does.
And
Like this show.
Like this show, yes.
He does it.
All right, now we need a contestant for Finish the Lyric. Justin Moore's Finish the Lyric. All you got to do, these are not difficult songs. Roger's going to play one verse that Justin's going to play with his guitar.
What do they get? They have to call in. I can't let you hear the first part.
That's right. And so once you hear it, you just got to finish the lyric. Let me see. Here are the prize options for you. We're going to go either a $25 gift certificate to Wrapped Gift Boutique in Hot Springs, which you can apply to any purchase for the ladies, for your dad. They've got stuff for women and men. Really cool Father's Day gifts as well. We've got passes for admission to Willie D's, and we also have $10 gift cards to Moe's. $10 gift cards to Moe's. So 661-1037. This will not be just a more songs. These are cover songs.
He's singing it. He's covering a song, and he's playing the guitar while he's doing it.
That's right. These are all recognizable.
Oh my
songs.
gosh!
Please don't hang up the phone. This is an.
Okay, that's not you.
That was weird.
I don't know what's going on. 661-1037. 661-1037. And the gift again, Baz. They have the option of.
Yeah, you got a $10 gift card to Moe's, passes for admission to Willie D's, or a $25 gift certificate to Wrapped Gift Boutique that you can apply whenever you want to.
Absolutely.
As I mentioned earlier, Sports Betting 101 for Women is sold out. Looking forward to doing that tomorrow night. That will be a blast. Countdown to kickoff. Hello, Brandon. Countdown to kickoff. There are tickets available for that. That's July 24th at the Hall. That's Taylor Green, Bobby Petrino, Casey Dick, and Niall Davis. Got a chance to do some pictures if you get the right ticket package with Bobby Petrino and Taylor Green. Go to littlerockcall.com or go to the Buzz website if you want to buy tickets. That's July 24th, Roger. Yep. We'll be talking with Josh Neighbors here shortly. Josh is up in Fayetteville, and he's been covering the Hogs. I do want to thank Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant for that. 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. We don't have the time yet. We don't have the time yet for the Arkansas LSU game. We're presuming it will be 6 o'clock on Saturday night. The other matchups are Arizona versus Coastal Carolina, Louisville versus Oregon State, and UCLA versus the winner in the North Carolina series, which is Murray State and Duke. Murray State 19 runs yesterday.
Yeah, would you say 23 games in a row? Is that what you and Coach?
No, that was Coastal Carolina 23 games in a row. Yeah, how about that? Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Also, too, I don't know if did they do the drawing yesterday? We mentioned that the raffle got up to 191,000. Do you know if they announced that yet?
I don't know if they've announced a winner. I know they cut the purchases off, I believe, after the 6th inning yesterday.
Since you are and we do want somebody to play, finish the lyric, Todd, while we're waiting on that. You're a baseball guy. Did you see about Paul Skeens, the pitcher who came out of LSU, who's pitching for the Pirates now? He is 1-4 in his past 8 starts, even though he has given up just 5 runs in 42.5 innings over the past 6 games. They've averaged 3.35 runs in his 14 starts.
They're not giving him any run support
Zero.
at all.
Zero. The dude may be one of the best pitchers in the league, and he just cannot get any run support. How horrible is that? It's absolutely ridiculous. I saw that.
It just tells you what the glaring needs are on the Pirates roster.
Exactly right. Roger, I mentioned, too, maybe I didn't mention this. Did you see the story about the school teacher in California that accidentally, she was going in to buy CBD products, and she was going to give a $5 tip. But you know what? Somehow she made a mistake, and she gave a $5,000 tip. She still hadn't gotten her money back. And so, anyways, so if you do that,
so what do you? I mean, how are you paying that on the credit card?
I don't know how they did it, but apparently they haven't credited her account. Let me tell you what, I would have all hell would be breaking loose if of course, do you go? That's what you wrote on there, $5,000. No, you had to know that had to be a mistake. So I wonder what the legal recourse is for that. It
sounds like she didn't need to go into the store.
Maybe not, but I don't know if that she didn't mean to put $5,000 on there. She wouldn't have put $5,000. So should the waitress or should the person helping should have said, "Excuse me, did you mean to do this?"
Probably.
Yeah,
you would think so.
But like you said, you show where it's at. You show where it's at. It says at a CBD store.
I wonder how she found out. Was it already done?
I don't know. Maybe she ended up taking it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. She looked at it back and she still hasn't been able to get it back yet.
Yeah, that's why they call it dope.
I did want to mention, too, a couple other birthdays today, Raj, while we're waiting. Dick Vitale. How old do you think Dickie V is?
90.
That's a good guess. Todd, you want to take a shot? Dick Vitale, how old is he? Close enough, Roger. 86. 86.
I would say 85.
Well, you're out. You blew it.
Did you? And we were talking about Donald Duck. I never gave you his age, did I?
I already know.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, everybody knows he's 91.
He's 91, exactly right. And Roger, did you see who? I guess he died on this day, or it was his birthday. I think it was his birthday. No, say it again. That can apply to any voice. Jackie Wilson.
Oh,
can you do Jack? Can Donald Duck do Jackie Wilson? Can you say?
That was Lonely Teardrops. Sounded perfect, didn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
My Jackie Wilson. Who do we know?
Lonely Teardrops. Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher.
Jackie Wilson.
Oh, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley copied Jackie Wilson.
Used to wear the same kind of outfits.
Wear the same kind of hair.
He did?
Because
Okay.
Jackie had his hair up like that.
And while,
in a big
and while
poofah.
you're looking for that,
I ain't looking.
one more birthday.
Do it.
Michael J. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
When you think of Michael J. Fox, you think of one role, right?
Yes, I do.
Back to the Future.
Michael P. Keaton.
What is his? I don't even know his TV role. What was that called?
That was it, Michael. It was
Is that what you think of instead of Back to the
Family
Future?
Ties. Well, it's just. No,
I never watched
it
one
would be
episode of Family Ties.
Yeah. He was a Republican, and because he liked Nixon, he was with Mary Gross. No, not Mary Gross. Michael Gross, I think, was his dad, and Meredith Baxter Burney was his mom. I think Justine Bateman was his sister. I think. But
you are correct on all those fronts, sir.
Boom! How about that?
And if you've seen it, if you've seen him lately, poor guy has been dealing with Parkinson's.
You know what? He's out front.
He is. You got to give him credit.
give him that,
Advanced stages of Parkinson's. He's had it for years, and he shakes, almost uncontrollably. And like you said, Roger, you got to give him props for, putting himself out there, showing the effects of Parkinson. And
I guess he's doing. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? He even let him mock him on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And he did.
I
remember that.
He'd open up bottles and stuff, and it'd go everywhere and all over the place.
Let's squeeze in Donald Duck before we go to break here. Good. Donald Duck, let's hear you say "Woo Pig Sooie" and go Hogs. Wow, very nice. Wow, outstanding.
That clubhouse leader.
What prize did we say we're going to give a prize?
Yeah, we're going to give a prize. Hey, Donald, would you like a Morning Mayhem shirt? Do you have one? Or no? Or what do we have here? Do we got something else that we can give him? Can we give him a Moe's?
We've got $10 gift cards to Moe's. We have passes for admission to Willie D's and $25 gift certificates to Rap Gift Boutique.
Or a Morning Mayhem shirt, Donald. What would you prefer?
I like a shirt.
A shirt? You'll get a shirt. What size do you wear, Donald?
Large.
I understood everything.
Donald has gained weight over the years.
All right, Donald. Oh, bless you.
Very nice.
God bless you. God
Very
bless
nice.
you. You did. What do you mean? He sneezed.
I know. That's very nice. That's a good sneeze.
Hey, Donald, let Todd get all your information, and then we'll let you know when you can pick up your shirt.
Okay.
Thank you, Donald.
All right, do not go away. We got to talk with Josh Neighbors when we come back, and we got to find somebody brave enough. Justin's going to be very disappointed if nobody's willing to get
especially since he went through the trouble of doing these.
Finish this song lyric. It's an easy one. I'm just telling you. It's easy money.
It's easy peasy.
It's easy money. Matter of fact, we can even give the decade. I think it's a '70s song, right? I think it's.
Wait, listen, we'll tell you the song.
It's a classic.
You know what?
No, we can't tell you the song.
Here's what we'll do. When we come back, we'll play the song. If you're that scared, just to show you how easy it is, we'll play you a little bit of the song.
Yes.
And then you can
maybe. And then we won't say it. We'll just go to it.
Yeah, that's right.
See if you're paying attention. All right, don't go away. 9:30.
Ladies, join us at Cash Restaurant for Sports Betting 101 presented by Oaklawn Sports. Admission is free. To reserve your spot, just email Chuck Gatlin at signalmedia.com. Special thanks to AY Magazine.
This is SportsCenter.
The Arkansas Razorback baseball team advanced to the College World Series for the 12th time in program history on Sunday, beating the defending national champion Tennessee Volunteers 11-4 at the Fayetteville Super Regional at Baum-Walker Stadium. The big blast coming from Logan Maxwell in the fourth inning.
The 1-2 to Maxwell. Hit in the air, left field, gonna carry. Going back is Bargo. Bargo's at the wall, he leaps out of here. A grand slam by Logan Maxwell.
Charles Davalon and Brent Iredale added home runs for the Razorbacks. They'll face LSU in their first game in Omaha on Saturday. LSU beating West Virginia to advance. That game time should be announced later this week. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
We have a slight chance of a shower today, otherwise partly cloudy and warm up to 87 degrees. Tonight, humidity begins to drop. We'll be mostly clear, drop off to 63, and really warm for Tuesday, mostly sunny and high of 88. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
This is Justin Acree with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Congo Fireplace and Patio in Benton is the premier outdoor living store in the state. And just in time for Father's Day, stop by and see the great gift ideas for Dad. Hammocks, grills, smokers, fire pits, and all the accessories he needs for the outdoors. Huge store-wide discounts. Go to our Facebook page and register for Congo's Father's Day giveaway. Plus, the spring sale is still going on. Congo always has the best prices and the best brands of outdoor furniture. Family owned and operated for over 100 years. Shop local and feel the difference. Congo Fireplace and Patio, I-30 Benton.
Bills got you crying? Hire the Bankruptcy Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of bankruptcy beasts. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all bankruptcy-related legal matters. Hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Fellas, don't waste time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Are you kidding me? Visit the TRT experts today at Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurances are accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer limited. Book now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com, and y'all can thank me later.
Hey, what's up? It's Kramer for Drive Time Sports. And Monday, when Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer get back, we're talking all Hogs versus Vols. Also bringing in Neil Atkinson for Bet Saracen. Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. And the shooter, Pat Bradley, thanks to Bet Saracen. We'll see you Monday right here on 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Quinn Grovey, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Coverage of the NCAA Super Regionals is brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
They brought in a guy that threw pretty good, had some good off-speed pitches, and I was just trying to push it down. I kind of swung through the first two fastballs, and he went off-speed with 0-2, and I was like, he's going to go back heater, and I got enough of it. I didn't think I got it all, but playing here with the wind blowing like it was today and the heater that he has, it kind of snuck out, and I was just super excited to put those 4 runs on for my team.
All right, 9:34. Todd, he said he emailed that to you. Can you try to find it? Yeah, this is fumbling offense right here. This is fumbling offense. So Shelly, hang tight. Pat, hang tight. What we're going to do, Roger, we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish the lyric. Then we're going to do the open for that on the backside of it after Todd finds it. So let's see it. Shelly, are you there? Shelly, are you there?
I am, yes.
All right,
Shelly.
we want to thank Honda of Russellville, for sponsoring Finish the Lyric. We're bringing this back from a couple years ago. This is Justin Moore, who's got 13 number one hits, showing what he can do great, and that's singing music. And so what you have to do, this is not going to be a tough song.
Not at all.
Shelly, you just have to finish the lyric after Roger plays it. Are you ready to go?
Here's what I'll do, Shelly. I'll play it once, and it's going to stop. And that's where you're supposed to pick up and finish the lyric. So what I'll do is play it once, let it stop, then I'll play it again. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Can you hear this? Can you hear that?
Yes.
Here we go.
Turning out the same. So put me on a highway and show me a sign.
One more time. Here we go. Now you finish it.
The same.
and take it to the limit one more time.
Hey, very nice.
Oh,
and an outstanding delivery.
Very
wow,
nice.
Shelley. Justin Moore would be proud of that that
we're
response.
All proud. We're all proud.
Good
of
job.
That one.
So I tell you what, we're gonna put you on hold, and this is what you have a chance to win. Choose $10 gift certificate to Moe's, passes for admission to Willie D's, or a $25 gift certificate to Wrap Gift Boutique in Hot Springs. We'll let you talk with Todd and get that figured out. But
choose.
But congratulations on winning.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Listen, I tell you, listen, when you hear Justin sing like that, man, it's like, man, sometimes you forget just how good
he is.
Yeah. Do it one more time, Raj.
We'll do the whole thing here with him.
Turning out the same. So put me on a highway and show me a sign. Take it to the limit one more time.
Man, that's outstanding.
Tell you right
Dude
now,
can sing, can't he?
He can sing. I wish from now on when they give out stuff, when people go to his concert, they just give out mops.
It was almost like you and him when I was sitting in front of y'all in his bus the other day.
Yep.
It was like two angels just sitting right across.
And you're
from
not
me.
just some guy.
And that angel, JM's angel legs were just spread out all over the place.
They were spread out.
He was really comfortable.
He was really spread out. but both of us were having our feet dangled. His more than mine. I think the tips of my shoes were on the floor in that chair. His were clean.
Coverage of all the Razorback postseason is brought to you by Edwards Food Giant and Whataburger. Let's go to the Hodges Glass Little Rock Glass Hotline and talk to Josh Neighbors, who is there in Fayetteville. Should be headed back a little bit later today. Good morning, Josh.
Did you guys hear that the second part of that where Justin sings "Take It to the Limit"? Did you all hear the smoke alarm?
I did not at all.
No.
I did not at all. No. Just expecting the same thing. We never heard it at all. I never even come close. I think if you played it again, I'd have to really. I remember us going through this before, but I did not hear it.
It's clear. It's clear as day.
All right, so you got a chance to go out in the crowd when Cam Kosel and Aloy and all the guys went through the crowd with the trophy. What was that like yesterday?
Well, that was the funny part because I was next to Steve Sullivan at the game, and we were all trying to figure out, how we get on the field. Because we kind of want to be there for the dog pile and everything. And Kai, who runs the show there, told us, hey, y'all have to wait. And so once we got in the field and the celebration was still going on, ironically, we all still wished that we were in the crowd because the guys went into the stands. And I mean, Zahiva Aloy took the Super Regional Championship trophy into the crowd, and Cam Kosel was the first one to follow him. So the rest of the team just kind of did the Congo line into the crowd, and they went from the first base dugout, basically beyond that in the outfield, and they went around all of Baum Walker Stadium. They went into the concourse. They called the Hogs near home plate. They went into right field into the Hog Pen, and out there, they did it again and took a picture at the fence. They then made their way around the scoreboard, and they had to go around the pond one by one and basically sneak their way back into the stadium next to the bullpen. And then a few of them went back out there to take more pictures and stuff. But it was it was pretty cool to see. And I think when you hear Dave Van Horn talk about how much he likes his team, that's what he's talking about, how much these guys like being together. They were having fun. And I think that's not always his forte. He's not this fun guy, but he lets this group be themselves, and they had a ton of fun yesterday celebrating, and rightfully so.
Did all of you in the media follow the team as they walked around? Because you had to be there where the Lake Norm was. Did you go around the other way? Or did you actually follow them through the concourse and all that, or did you just go take the shortcut around the performance center there in right field to get to the lake or the pond?
Yeah, well, Jack Allen and I were on the warning track on the left side, on the third base side there, and we were trying to figure out where they would make their way back in. And then we realized it was going to be near the bullpen, so everybody sprinted, a few people sprinted out there to get them, and then they all came back inside, and that's when Zahiva, Kuhio, Cam Kosel, I know JT Joe was in that as well. I didn't see who the last guy was. Might have been Ben Iredale. But they all went back to get the picture next to the pond as well. So it was funny because they kept going back and forth, and I mean, I was running all over, up and down the field, trying to figure out where they were going to go. You know, you saw people sprinting out gates, trying to get photos of guys everywhere because we really didn't know where they were going to be. So I'll tell you what, guys, that was the sweatiest I've been ever covering an event.
Well,
I mean, I was sprinting my tail off trying to figure out where to get the best shot.
Well, that celebration has never happened before. Very unique. What was the atmosphere like? Cam said he'd never seen the stadium like that. The 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Would you? Of course, you'd never been. Saturday was your first time seeing a game up there. What was your thoughts of the atmosphere for the two games?
Yeah. So last week's my first time seeing games there. I expected it to be a hot crowd. It was. You know, I don't mean physically hot, but red hot crowd because the opponent, and it was amazing. I mean, they delivered on that. You don't see places like that at this level very often. You know, you put it up with the best. But you hear about Alex Box Stadium, Judy Noble Field, Bluebell Park, like those places. You hear about it, but man, when you go and see the atmosphere in a place like this, I think it was a big story across college baseball this week was the atmospheres. Oregon State was electric, Duke was electric. But the thing about Baum is that they can, their record breaking is above 10,000.
Yeah.
Some of these places, the record breaking is like 3,000. I think Duke's biggest crowd they ever had was under 3.
Right.
So it's a little bit different, obviously, and everybody acknowledges that. And it's hard to recruit against that, man. I mean, it's just. When you get an atmosphere like that for a college baseball game, it's no wonder Dave Van Horn can build the rosters that he can because it's hard to say no to how good Razorback fans are. And I'll tell you what, those guys appreciate it all. It's not lost on them how special those crowds are.
Were you in the press conference when Coach Van Horn got emotional?
Nope, I was still on the field. Because we didn't really know. So that was the big challenge. I was with a bunch of folks, and the big challenge for us was trying to figure out if Dave Van Horn was still on the field, because if he was still on the field, that meant that we had some time to get over. If he wasn't on the field, that means we ought to do a hustle, and everybody tried to hustle in. And I got there about 2 minutes into his press availability. So I missed that part in the beginning, but obviously saw it on social media. And what a moment for him, and you see Charles Davalon next to him also getting emotional too. I thought that was really cool to see one of his players, sharing and feeling some of those emotions.
Well, not a surprise at the beginning of the year. Arkansas was a top 5 team, LSU was a top 5 team. Here we are in the World Series with both of them facing off right off the bat. So it's going to be prime time. It's got to be the 6 o'clock game Saturday night. It's going to be a huge viewership. And we had Chris Curry on today talking about both teams. And I haven't looked at the Oaklawn Sports app, but I wonder if anything's changed from Arkansas still being the favorite. I imagine it probably would not, but it's not going to be easy. They got to earn it just like they did this weekend. But you can't play much better than the Hogs have played the last 5 games in regional and super regional play.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, they did it against 2 really good pitchers. Like,
right.
I mean, Doyle obviously is top class. The kid they threw though on Friday, I thought he pitched really good. He pitched a really good game. And those type of arms that LSU has going for them, their 2 top guys are both studs. But Arkansas's lineup just has a way of making you work, and they really just make you work. They are not. They don't give up They don't give up very much. If one guy has a bad at bat, the next guy typically is a pretty good one. Like they do not stock. They're not basically putting multiple bad at bats back to back to back, and that's why it's hard to get to the lineup. And so they made life really, really challenging. I thought the first game they hit okay, but yesterday the offense was ready to rock and roll, and Tony Vitello made some questionable management decisions, and Arkansas makes you pay, and that's what they do. If you make mistakes, they make you pay, and they rarely make any mistakes of their own.
All right. Well, you're headed back. I guess you're headed back today or a little bit later today?
Yep. I'm going to enjoy the breakfast, take my time, and then hop in the Big Magic school bus and head on back.
Do want to say thanks to the Holiday Inn Express as well for being your home away from home, you and Double R while you were up there, and mine as well for Roger. You and I were up there Thursday night. They do such a great job out there at Weddington. Great staff, managers outstanding. So thanks to them, and of course Edwards Food Giant and Whataburger as well. So all right, safe trip back, and we'll get down to business as usual tomorrow.
Sounds good. See you guys.
All right, that's
Yeah,
Josh
it is.
Neighbors.
Arkansas is plus 175, and LSU is plus 200. So Arkansas is still the favorite, and it goes on down to Coastal Carolina, Oregon State, UCLA.
Oh, Coastal Carolina's third, huh?
They are.
Interesting. Wow, how about that?
At 650.
What a story
so it goes
that
from
would
plus
be.
200 to plus 650 for Coastal.
So those is 2, and then the number 3 goes from 200.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. And then Oregon State's plus 700, UCLA's plus 1,000. Arizona's plus 15.
You know, again, that's the sad part about it. You got the 2 perceived best teams in the tournament. Again, that's perception now. They're playing the first game. You just knew that had to be obviously one of them is going to have to fight their way back through the losers bracket, which is not easy to do. So and
Murray State is plus 10,000. If you put $100 on
at the beginning of the year.
Well, it says including postseason. Now, see, if I'm putting it on there right now, wonder what that College World Series 2025 all best stand up. If I put $100 in there right now, at this plus 1,000, it'll get me back $10,000. $10,000. How about that?
You're Mr. Oaklawn.
No, I'm not Mr. Oaklawn.
That's why I'm going to bet. That's why I'm glad I'm going to be there betting 101 for women tomorrow night.
Even we should be able to pick that out.
Brought to you by Oaklawn. So,
what does that mean? You won't get a ton of that back on with the Razorbacks. But will you put anything down on that?
I might. Yeah, I might. I hadn't really thought about it, but I certainly will. Listen, they've been the favorite for the last 3 weeks. It looks like. We have a fireman from down in Pine Bluff, Swin Hip, has sent us a Mickey Mouse voice. We'll check it out during the break.
He's doing Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. So it's breaking out from Mickey Mouse to Donald Duck to where it's just a cast of characters.
If Goofy's out there, well, Savage.
But we're celebrating Donald Duck today.
Yeah, we are. Savage. I'm just kidding. I don't know what happened to you.
All right, we'll come back, wrap things up. It's 9:48.
From Carolina down to Georgia, smell the jasmine and magnolia, sleep the sweet home.
Hey everybody, Roger Scott, and I've got some important information for you. Central Arkansas, if you are looking for a great way to keep the kids active, engaged, and inspired this summer, Summerwood Sports has got you covered with not 1, but 2. Count them, 2 awesome summer camps for grades 3 through 7. We're talking about sports, games, movies, and more. Plus, a daily devotional to feed the soul, and lunch every single day to keep them fueled up. It's the perfect mix of fun, faith, and friendship, and it's all under one roof. So mark your calendars. Camp sessions run June 9th through the 12th, and again July 14th through the 17th. Spots are going to fill up fast, so do not waste. Get all the details and sign up today at summerwoodsports.com. Here's the dates again. June 9th through June 12th and July 14th through July 17th. Do not hesitate. Sign up now at summerwoodsports.com. Let's make 2025 the summer to remember.
Most people think HR is pushing out payroll and filling out forms, but you know better. You're looking to shape culture, drive strategy, and truly lead people. And on June 24th, you can be seen and heard at the TPC Together Conference. Attend sessions to help grow and strengthen your organization and connect with a community that actually gets what you do. June 24th at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in Springfield. Space is limited, so register now for the HR event that's redefining what's possible. The TPC Together Conference.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're trying to get through your daily activities and you're noticing you can't because you're focusing more on your pain than being able to enjoy the moment, those are the patients that we're looking to treat because we can make a difference.
That's Dr. Ashley Caravelli, a medical director for QC Kinetics.
What we're doing at QC Kinetics is offering treatments that help with joint preservation. We use cutting-edge technology and our in-house in-house lab to harness your body's natural healing powers and target the areas where you need them the most.
These are regenerative, non-surgical treatments, and QC Kinetics is the nation's leader, delivering lasting relief to tens of thousands of patients.
What we do know is that the sooner we start treatment, the sooner you'll see relief.
So don't wait another minute. See if you're a good candidate for these non-surgical treatments for joint pain. The consultation is completely free.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Natural State Wholesale in Cabot has all kinds of flooring, tile, vinyl, hardwood, waterproof wood, and laminate. Their price will not be beat. Create a beautiful new bathroom with bathtubs, vanities, faucets, fixtures, and toilets. Tile for showers. New specials always coming and going, but always great wholesale pricing. 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Go see the Flooring King Don Grisham himself. They're now open on Saturdays, 8 to noon.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Want to get in on the conversation? Shoot us a text at the D3 Auto Sales text line at 501-614-1037. D3 Auto Sales in Desart, the #1 independent dealer in the state, with the best prices and largest selection on pre-owned vehicles, including leveled and lifted trucks. Find them on Facebook. Whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, from high school to the pros, hit us up on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
Did Josh miss another curse word in a movie clip? Let us know at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Justin Moore has sold more than 20 million albums, but this country star is ready to challenge you to finish the lyric. Brought to you by Honda of Russellville, where you can check out the new Honda Mud Pro Series ATVs or Gold Wing trikes at hondaofrussellville.com.
That was a great game.
Yes, it was. And listen, if we can make it, then thanks to Honda of Russellville for sponsoring that. If we can get it where everybody sings, yeah, that's.
Is that an angel?
It is.
Put me on a highway.
Can you hear the clouds?
Show me a sign. Take it to the limit one more time.
Oh, did you hear that strain right there?
Sounds like he could be a professional.
I don't know why he's not.
Let's check in with the boys. They're out at the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament being held at Chenal. Good morning, Justin. Welcome back.
Hey, dudes. Thanks. What's happening?
Oh, man, listen, fun day today, fun weekend. Talking Omaha, just a great time.
Yeah, it was nice to have a stress-free performance yesterday. Not really much in doubt there. So
for sure,
Hogs never really. Once that Grand Slam went out, it was kind of over. But
I
was still coming off the high of the French Open. Did you guys watch that yesterday?
I did not. I saw who won, but did not watch. Yes,
it was ridiculous. It is. It's one of the greatest tennis matches I've ever seen. Pretty stupid.
Very nice.
Alcaraz survived 3 match points, David, and came back and won.
Yeah, and he's back-to-back wins, right? He won it last year as well. Yeah, it's very nice.
But yes, we'll spend most of our time talking baseball. So
sure.
I just want to slide that in there. Sure. Let's see. So we are here at the Hall of Fame. We'll have a couple folks on here, I'm sure. We got Trey Biddy coming up at 10:30. Thank you to our friends at Tiretown Point S. We got Bubba Carpenter, all things Razorbacks, courtesy of Johnston's Home Center, and then your guy Josh Neighbors, who I thought did a fine job up in Northwest Arkansas and did not put a beer on the company tab, is going to call us at 12:30.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Is that a giant beer deal that he had in his hand? I couldn't tell if that's what it was. Yeah,
it's like a yard of beer, but it's in a baseball bat form. So
I'd never seen that before until we were at the Justin Moore Folds of Honor
Is
game.
that right?
That's when I saw several folks carrying them.
We had Cam Kosel on today, and he was great, just talking about the celebration afterwards and just how unique it was. And what
I'll have to go back and listen. I love him. He is. He's
oh
got
my
me
gosh.
thrilled going home.
Yeah, that angle. Yeah, there'll
Dad's
be
mowing the lawn up there.
Yes,
That's good stuff.
Yes, there'll be 1,000 stories about him. And he said everybody's going to have a bunking party at his house, and everybody's going to come over. Yeah, good stuff. And the other thing with Dave Van Horn getting emotional at the presser.
It's amazing. You think he's been doing it this long, and it's their 12th trip, and he's taking them the majority of the time. It's like, yeah, I guess you never get over it. I think there was a lot of pressure on him, David.
No question.
Because the last 2 years, people start questioning, like, "Are you guys?" And Nate Thompson obviously is taking a lot of heat. He got to feel great too. He's had an incredible year.
Well,
so I remember being there last year and the disappointment, David, and I've been talking about how we got to get more athletic, and he wasn't like devastated, but you could tell like he was very disappointed in the way things finished last year, and I think he would have been really upset if they had made it because his team is so talented.
Yeah, that's it. I think he felt horrible that those two teams did not make it, and he would have felt even more horrible because this is I think it's maybe one of the best he's ever had. So again, that pressure of not winning, not getting the last 2 years was weighing heavily, and it showed. We've never seen that before. That's unique.
The biggest thing this year for me is who didn't make it, right?
Yeah, I know. You
got a great shot.
I know.
You got a tough matchup, and that's going to be our question of the day today. I'll give you a little heads up. So, question of the day today is, should they reseed the World Series after the Super Regionals?
Sure.
And obviously, that's a little self-serving, but Arkansas is playing probably the best other team in the whole tournament.
I know.
In the first game.
I know. It's ridiculous.
And they're going to face that Ianson kid. He's going to throw 9,000 curveballs. He's hard as hell to hit.
Right.
It's just a tough matchup. But if you get over LSU in the first game, I think they're in amazing shape to maybe pull it off magically.
For sure.
Hey, congrats also to Oaklawn Sports and Cash and AY Magazine, all sponsors for Sports Betting 101 for Women. Sold out.
Yes.
So we have a full house tomorrow night at Cash. That's going to be a lot of fun, too.
I don't want to wear the same thing you're wearing. What are you wearing tomorrow? Justin?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, same thing I normally do, thong in a tank top.
All right, I've got to change then.
Todd Pierce, thanks for helping out today, Todd. Mr. Nebraska himself.
Welcome back, Jay Bird. Hello to DJ and Christian.
That's right. Well, I'll be out there a little bit later with you guys. Thanks for listening, everybody.
See you tomorrow. Where?
Boyle Building.
Crawfish season is finally back at Eat My Catfish. We've got fresh, live crawfish, and all you have to do is just add the fixins. Be sure to come see us or order online.